Fairbert is here, chat. Like, Fairbert? What is Fairbert, Kib? What is Fairbert? Now, we might be a little late.
Gonna lose your slot.
But that's because I did what Gunvox suggested, and I went and bought myself a nice sandwich. And I went to the grocery store, because he gave me money. And I bought things.
Chat is looking out for you.
Doubt. Catfish is hungry. Give to him to fishies. Give to him fishies.
You know that Catfish lives from suffering, right?
Catfish won't be alive for long.
Oh shit. Still have food on the stove. Food. Futter. Bang!
Now, Bucketfish, we're gonna play a game. But before we play a game, I'm going to show you something. There's something new on the store page of our website. Another, god damn it, all you do is make free stuff. I don't make any money. There's a free Chatfish model. Yay, more free stuff, you little fat cows. You're so spoiled, it's not even funny.
There should be you should make this like NFTs, and then they can buy customized Chatfish for $15 or something like that.
Hold on a sec.
Never good when he says that.
Yeah, no, it's not good, what I had to say. But it's the truth, and sometimes the truth is the most important thing. The 412th Kadia donates 50 North Koreans to say, I'm sad my dog died today. Oh no! I hope your stream will cheer me up a little. Hang in there, 412th Kadia. I'm sorry to hear, dude. That really, really, really sucks. But remember that your Borkum, remember all the good times you had with Borkums. Okay? Remember all the positive things you did with your dog. And, you know, just shoulder on. It sucks.
That's the downside of having a dog.
Sometimes the easiest way to help get over the hurdle is actually getting another dog, a new puppy. It helps with loss. I know that a lot of people help move them on.
That's the downside of having any kind of pet that does not live longer than you. It's the downside of having parents as well. And I know that sounds retarded, but it's true.
It's hard for me to say stuff like that, but it's the honest truth. I can't say what it was specifically, but basically, to summarize what I'm talking about is, like, somebody asked me something about, like, talent or something like that, and I'm like, the sad reality, they're like, I didn't say it this way, I'm paraphrasing myself, just to keep it vague. 1 in a million. Like, the thing is, when it comes to talented people, there are so many, and there are so many that they have no value. Like, they do not matter. It's
about what's the word?
It's about the ones that are useful to you. And if they're, the sad thing is, if they're not directly useful to you, then you shouldn't go out of your way to help them.
At this point, talented people like this, it's a market.
Yep. Unless they're offering, unless they're
supply, that's the English word.
Because the thing is, like, they need to start offering something in exchange. Because all they're getting, let me put it this way, all they're getting right now is they're demanding and asking for things. In exchange, they're offering nothing. And that's not a good relationship.
That's something I told an artist acquaintance of us the other day, that just you may or may not need to lower your prices if it's not cutting it, because there's just too much competition. Because what are the other options? Not getting any work?
There. I just had to give the last bit of advice because I think it's important. All right. Grammatron 3000 donates $2 say Kibs is at Sargon levels of being an audio boomer. Why is something wrong with my microphone all of a sudden? It should be all better now.
I think it sounds okay.
Is it bugging? Let me open up the mixer stuff. It should be fine. If it's doing something weird, just let me know and I'll just tweak it. But to my knowledge, we fixed everything the other day. Can't hear the Kibs. Can't hear the Kibs well or not at all? Because that's, Fairman, can you pull up the stream and take a look for me?
I am listening to the stream.
Yeah, what do you hear?
I don't hear any problem.
So you do hear me?
Yeah.
Brief moment you were muted? Brief moment I was muted. Maybe the noise gate. The noise gate might have reset itself, which means it might be set at a threshold that's cutting off in the middle of me speaking. I hear a deep Kibs. We hear you now. Can hear you. Hold on, I'll just check. A microphone Scarlet, properties, filters, edit filters.
Oh no.
What?
My alert.
Open threshold is set to 21, so we're just going to lower that to 29. That should be fairly sensitive. You can hear me when I'm being quiet. Yep. That's me mid-testing noises. All right. Let's see. Chat, you're fucking gay. Chat,
I heard that.
They just fucking sad about it. All right. Oh, you can hear that. That's okay. Well, no muttering about things under my breath, I guess, about chat. All right, that should be tweaked to perfection. It seemed like the noise gate had tuned itself up, which meant that it was not opening at the correct threshold. So that should have fixed that issue. Very good. Very good, little chat. What do you mean way too loud? Well, turn the stream down, you little tards. I'll just do this. Tweak it a little bit. There, 1.1 decibels down. We'll just do some tweaking. This is a new setup, so, you know, it's going to take a while to tune it out. Get it rolling. Now, I don't know what Discord's going to open to, so I got to be careful. Yes, because it opened directly to the dev server. Not that there was anything compromising in there, except Yazumi just telling us she's live. Yazumi wiggles, chat. She wiggles as like, wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right. Oh, that's the other fucking computer. Oh, this takes a while to get used to, chat. Fuck. I've got two keyboards. I gotta remember which one's for which monitor. It's like typing something. Like, I don't see nothing. Nothing working. All right, what was it grabbing for chat? Something from Discord? I don't fucking remember.
Catfish model?
No, I just showed them that. I can't remember.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I was opening Discord not for chat, but for you.
For me?
Yeah.
What?
Look, chat, you can see the dev server. Like, nah. Look at them. They know too much. Chat is being spoiled. Chat knows squeakritses. Look at these little... I'm not hovering my mouse over what they're doing. God only knows what they're working on. All right, so...
Last time I checked, nothing secretive.
Yeah, most of it was side art. None of it was even project related. We spent most of the
one
day...
of them tangentially?
We did most of this morning working on the intro script for Mooney, for the intro of the Battle Broken Storms, because I've decided that it's going to be said from Ria's perspective, and it's going to be talking about her ancestors and her past. It's sort of a... it's sort of a callback to like the Lord of the Rings intro where Galadriel is talking about the history of Middle Earth. I kind of was inspired by that, and I wanted to try something similar, though, with Rhea instead. And Rhea's infusing her own inflection and her own biases into her telling. What?
Oh, yes. Did you do that with Robert?
No, that was with Carlos. Why'd you say good?
Because that would mean he was almost dead yesterday, and that would have mean he didn't go to bed.
He showed up in the dev server this morning. However, he showed up for a minute, made a noise, and then decided to go to bed.
Okay, that's okay.
Also, when you do stuff with Robert, don't fuck up everyone's sleep schedule. Fairman! Sleep schedule need to be normal, because we need people to show up at the dev server.
I'm not fucking up people's sleep schedule. He's fucking his own sleep schedule up.
You're responsible. He can't control himself.
Yeah, see, this is why I asked, because I went to bed relatively early, and if he stayed up afterwards, that's not my fault.
I got scared when I clicked on the dev server, or the other server. Look, chat, you can see the squeaker rooms. These are the VC rooms in the Discord, by the way. They're fucking retarded. So, like, we got the big kib-sized bucket. We've got the normal bucket, the less big bucket, the other normal bucket, the economy bucket, the kib-sized bucket. Why are there two kib-sized buckets? Why is one 5 and one 50? The big bucket and the something super squeaker streaming room and recording room. We record The Last of Us in here. This is where the Archcast is recorded. You can slide that.
Was that on the other server?
Actually, PNF2 is not actually important anymore. No, that's fine. I was just adjusting things.
Wasn't the Archcast on the other server?
Yeah, this is one of the servers I own, but I gave admin to it so you can rename stuff. We should realistically not be using this server. Like, I need to talk to him because we should be using this one. The reason for it is because this is a Type 3 server because of boosting, which means we have 384 kilobytes per second audio, which is significantly improved audio quality. That's why we do everything over here now, and why we no longer use what this room used to be called was the Chamber of Squeakrets. It serves no function. And it just produces worse audio quality.
I smell a slut.
Leave Celeste alone.
Oh, you're right. It's Celeste now. Transition. Spoiler alert.
Alright, so some people in chat are asking, what do you want the new computer for? Well, I need a new computer because this one is actually dying. So what chat has recommended is that we set a fund. Now, the reason why I set to 3,000, it doesn't need to actually be 3,000. It's basically just so for runoff, in case we exceed it, which I doubt we will. I doubt we'll even make the actual goal. The goal is to reach this as quickly as possible, because the longer we take to reach this goal is the longer it takes for this PC, well, the less time this PC has, because the PC is dying. And the other thing is that we want to make sure we start returning to making money for the game's development.
I mean, you could use the leftover for if anyone or the team computer breaks.
What?
You could use any leftover for
well,
PC-related problems.
Here's what I'm going to do already. So I'm looking at the parts. I'm going to buy it within the next couple of days. But that means that money is going to just disintegrate. The goal with the fund is to try to remake it in a reasonable amount of time. If we fail to do that, then, well, it's going to have to eat the loss. It's just how it is. Not a big deal. Like, the reality is it's not a big deal. It's just in the far-fetched hopes we somehow manage to do it. So don't really worry about it too much, chat. That's why it's so retarded. I'm very sad. Alright, let's focus on the fish ascendant. What do you mean by my PC is dying? Crashing more and more? Yes. Well, right now, I believe it's the RAM that's failing, but after talking with chat, the other part of chat, the late night chat, they discussed this, and it was Gunny's idea, and I'm rolling with it, that basically we're gonna have incremental failure. Like, if that RAM is failing and I replace that, like, something else is actually gonna be failing very soon. This computer's been running for about 4 or 5 years solid now, and I think it's finally going to go to heaven.
Non-stop, you may want to add.
Yeah. To be fair, for 4 of those years, it was running and doing the streaming and rendering all at the same time, which was a lot more stress, and that's a significant amount of stress. I'm not surprised that the RAM is going to be the first thing to go, though. We just got to hang in there till I get the replacement PC. Yes, I do want... I don't know about a 4090, but I do want the most advanced CPU. The one thing I fucking know about CPUs right now is just... my CPU is my bottleneck, and I just don't want it to be a bottleneck anymore. I don't know if I really need to upgrade to a 4090. I could just use the 3080 I have, or I think it's a 3080. Like, that's not terrible. I don't know if I need to buy a new graphics card outright.
For me, the big bottleneck, as I said, would be the RAM and definitely the SSD. For the SSD, but
that's, yeah, the SSDs are what I'm replacing too. I need new, bigger drives.
Most modern games need to be on an SSD, or the loading times that it's gonna be unreasonable.
Coca-Cola. Alright, Fairbear, look at the fucking fish pyre we have. Behold. Fairbear! Just kill Fairman. Oh no, we're still cleansing the stars of fucking space dragons. Oh no. Okay, I'm having a bit of a seizure.
Keep sure.
Alright, super time. Overwork Magic joins $3 say, with every second Kibs is late, billions upon billions of people die. So Kibs quite literally worse than Hitler by virtue of missing his timetables. Hashtag worse than Hitler. Your logic is about as terrible as mine when it comes to my argumentation. Thank you.
If you're worse than Hitler at killing people, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, true. Like, you gotta think about how your verbiage there. Like, it should be better, the hashtag better than Hitler. Because I'm more efficient at it. Sanford Dancer donates $50 say, computer money goes brrr. Thank you for the donation. Very generous. Again, like I said, the goal there is mostly for myself. Don't you guys worry too much about it, because more or less we'll be able to make it. I just have to replace this thing sooner than later. And what I get for the PC is going to be determined by what I get this week. We'll be getting a new one regardless, so don't worry about it.
Off, mine started screeching like a harpy again. Quiet!
Oh shit.
It occasionally just starts screeching. Little retard.
Alright, so far so good. We're cleansing the stars. Yada yada. Is that a... Yep, that is a shipyard. We'll clear out the little guys while those little ships come over there. Oh, there's so many things to kill over here. Fuck. Little stupid space dragons. Oh, whoa. Oh my god, chat. Seriously, like, I'm not kidding. They gotta fleet them up, because this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to watch the battles. I just wanna auto-resolve them. There's so many battles. This is retarded. Oh no. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? We've got ourselves more warships. That's always good. Set them to sentry there. And next ship we have is a MBS colony ship fair, Frau.
Good for you.
There's no reason to be a Frau Bear about it. It's a Frau Bear. Look at that. Another MBS colony ship. Fair Bear. Now what do we got over here? Fair Bear. A shipyard? No. Another MBS transport. Oh, that's a transport. That can't fucking colonize shit. I forgot about how many fucking neutrals there are to kill. Fair Bear.
Good.
You even know what I'm talking about. You don't. You have no clue. Like, you don't even understand, Fairbear. You're just a simple joyman.
How could I?
Oh, and thank you for the very generous donation, Temper Tantrum. Overbrook Magic joins $5 say, in the history documentation of Kibs' space empire, it was soon decoded that cat traps would be genetically produced and dispensed throughout the military forces to keep them from hooking up with alien women and getting space STDs. Hashtag better than Hitler. Give me that cat girl puss. Just like, oh my god. Retarded. Incoming message from the corporate sector. What a pleasure to meet you. We are a civilization that values things that have inherent value. You value value. Welcome to the circus of value. If you are ever come back when you got money, buddy. If you're ever of the mind of selling your own kind onto the open market, know that there is definitely an opportunity by working with us. Your adorable pelts would fetch a compelling price on the market. Immediately opens up trade. Xenoconservation, soil enhancements, bioplastics, and manufacturing capitals. They have drone soldiers and they have kill bots. We're going to immediately snag all their techs as quickly as possible.
Are you playing as space gypsies?
I'm playing as space furballs that are very adorable. There we go. Bioshock. Those vending machines were definitely iconic. They were. Corporate sex, says Psycho Dad. He's like, you want that corporate Aerith, don't you? Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Aerith.
Look at that. Boom, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Boom. Alright, that mops up that area of fucking space. And we continue to cleanse the stars of space dragons. Yeah. What survived? Impressive. Most impressive.
I won't save you. Jedi.
All right, we're almost there. Oh my god, we've almost cleared them out of here. Like 2 more turns or so and they'll be gone. It'll be great. Except for over here. White Shadow donates a generous 10 Aussie bucks. Say hello, Kibs and Fairman, long-time watchers. Kibs, how could I get into game design? Not sure if it would be better to do course or watching videos, and if so, could you recommend a place to start? Thanks. Yes, I can. First bit of advice, don't waste your time watching anything or like reading anything. Just start and then start researching while you learn. Learning on the go is going to be better for you in the long run. And one way I'd recommend to do it is actually tune into Robin's streams. Robin is a channel who's linked on my home channel page at the very bottom under Comrades and Friends or whatever the fuck it's called. Robin is like a little pixel art profile picture unless he changed it. He's our lead animator. He streams in the morning and he streams our developer stuff for like all the stuff he's coding for our game every day. Every day he's doing a terrestrial stream, usually. Not always, but most times. He works on it regularly because we pay him a lot of months to work on it regularly. And you can just ask him questions while he streams, and he actually is very, very insightful for getting some initial advice to start.
Robin is suspiciously intelligent.
Well, he's been in the indie sphere about... See, I've been in the indie sphere since, like, as soon as I could remember, but he's also has a lot more experience in it because he's been in it longer than I have. Well, I've been working on my game for longer than I think most people, and Robin is one of the older developers who's been around for a lot longer.
I guess it's easier to say you've been working on your universe, but you're working on the game not as long as on the universe.
Yeah, the terrestrial video game only started in like 2017 or 16, around that ballpark. And that was like very rough, and it wasn't until like 2018 and 19 when things started to finally get rolling. And it wasn't until 2020 where we started getting an actual proper budget in place. And it wasn't until 2023 where I've begun working on it on full time. So it's been a slow series of escalations over the last decade or so, where I have already done a lot more work in like a year or the couple months now than I've done for like a year previously. Mostly due to the fact that I have a lot more time dedicated to working on the project than ever before. Which always makes me feel like all those previous years were a waste, but back then it was just learning. And it's important to remember that for yourself too, when you reach the same point I did. Whether you reach it sooner or slower doesn't really matter. Fair bear, fair bear, 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 bear. I don't know. Kill fair bear. Denbra system, fair bear. Yes, the Denbra.
Dendrology. Dendrologer.
Our battle fleets are very strong, fair bear. Very strong indeed.
Good.
Oh, they colonized that world? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, I definitely hate them for doing that. I want Hofmeister for me. Who the fuck's there? Ah, the interstellar trader people. Oh, we should open up diplomacy and take a look at the various powers that be and start trading with them. No, we did that recent We have no text to offer. But meanwhile, Kibistan, who has so much technology, we're so incredibly more advanced than all these pathetic alien pigos.
If I'm playing on the easiest difficulty.
No, actually not.
Good.
Playing on just normal, but I think it's a little too easy. I've got such a massive fucking edge on all the AIs. To be fair, though, I think they need to just program the AI to be a little better. Because difficulties are just modifiers. There aren't many techs. Yeah, out of most of these races are so beneath me now. They're just nowhere near as powerful as a great chatfish empire. Or whatever the fuck. Keep killing them. Boop, 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 boop. More colony ships. My god. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Thank you so much. I had my finger tore off, so I can no longer do my old job. So looking for something I can do without using my hands. Well, game development is not an easy road if you're looking for money to get right away, by the by. Let me just quickly say that, because it's not going to turn out the way you think it is if that's the case. First, they're gonna have to learn what makes a game fun. Like, what are you trying to make? Are you trying to make like a stealth game like Metal Gear? Well, then you have to analyze video games and think about it analytically when you play a video game. What makes this game fun? What makes Galactic Civilization fun? Is it the combat? The combat by itself is not that fun. It's fairly simple and kind of meh. But what makes the combat interesting? Well, it's the fact that the greater picture, it's like, yeah, I'm cleansing the stars of these like annoying little things here, because then I gain access to all these star systems over here. All these become more available and accessible because these were blocking it. So it's the strategic sense of the combat that makes it interesting. Because it's easy to look at Hearts of Iron or a Paradox game and be like, oh, the combat system isn't very good. And to be fair, it's very rudimentary and very basic. And there are faults with it. There are faults with that, but it's also important to remember that the focus is not necessarily on the combat mechanics, rather it is the strategic and tactical reasons for why you're doing it. The geopolitical reasons, in this case, the interstellar politics of combat. So me, by sending another combat fleet down here, is due to the interstellar, politics of this region. Now, we know that there are 2 empires here, 2 factions, if you want to look at it very basically, technically 3, and there's only so many star systems available that have valuable worlds worth taking. So we're basically in a rush against time to do that. Now, what makes that interesting? Well, what do worlds do? Okay, well, worlds generate resources. Okay, well, what kind of resources do worlds generate? Well, by clicking on here, we can see that they generate little gears, little blue things, little yellow things, little light blue things, and green things. Like, what does that mean? Well, the green thing means food. What does food do? Well, food is what we need to produce in order to feed our pops. If we don't have food, our pops starve and then they die. Okay, well, that tells us what that does. What does the orange thing do? Well, the orange thing is like production manufacturing capability. Well, what does that do? Okay, that affects build speed. So the more orange resource we generate, the faster things build because it's our manufacturing capacity. That's what that equates to. All right. Fair enough. What's the blue thing mean? Well, the blue thing means research. So we're at 6.8, which means that is, a modifier on the research speed of how fast we research things. So we can build buildings on the planet with this mechanic here. Like, this is the planet mechanic where we can, like, improve and, like, terraform parts of the world using various techs we have to get more tiles. And so it's like, okay, these yellow tiles where we build in financial districts amplify the yellow resource. What is the yellow resource? It's our income. It's where we get our money. Okay, what's the green resource again? It's food. All right, so we build certain things on certain tiles that give bonuses to food buildings, and you build other buildings next to them because they get a tile bonus next to each other. So you want to stack tiles. And so you have a little mini game where the mini game of this game on the planet side is stacking tiles and certain buildings next to each other in the most efficient way you can in order to get as many bonuses towards a certain thing you want. So whether we want to increase food for, more food for more pops, or we want to increase, more money so we can purchase things from trade and purchase more things, or worry about, not losing money to expenses from, the negative factor of just having too many things. What do these special resources do? Because all these little things are all different little resources. And if you have your mouse over them, there are tooltips that tell you what they are. More or less. But you need to think about things like that. So it's like, okay, so there's a couple of games here. There's the combat system, which is pretty basic. Like, these are your fleets. And so that's part of the game. So there's a combat system. There's a planet management system where you have to build things on your planets, but only on your core worlds. Colonies you don't have to manage. Only planets that have governors do you manage. Okay, so that's something. What's another aspect of the game? The diplomacy side. Now, the diplomacy side could use more work, but there's a lot here, different like ideologies, and whether their ideologies are related to yours. You can see what the factors are. So there's a few different game mechanics. And there's the artifact mechanic. And then you have to think about, like, okay, all these mechanics, all these functions and features by themselves don't really mean a whole lot. In fact, if you look at them individually, without the context of the greater whole, the game becomes very simple and basic. But what makes this 4X game interesting is the fact that all these things are tied together. And try to think about how those mechanics are tied together. How is this tied together with anything else? This is just like little bubbles. What do the little bubbles do? When you scroll in, you realize that these bubbles are play spaces where you can build stuff, you can fight battles, you can take over star systems. But what is the purpose? What was the reason for this? Okay, well, if you look at the other games, we know that everything was just like this, and so you could box an empire, sort of like this, as an example. This empire here is boxed in because of these borders here, so it can only expand out this way. Well, what these bubbles do is, while this is still another factor, adds another layer. There are now choke points, these little subspace gates. What that does is that introduces a new sort of strategic layer to the game, and that strategic layer is thinking about, okay, this whole area, if they breach into this, let's say they do an invasion here, and they breach in, it means they can attack here, and they can slowly spill out, right? Well, that's fine. If we have, like, we lose this sector, what we could do is we could, like, build up a choke point defense here. So we're ready to defend another wave or another breakthrough. So there's different factors, and you have to think about what that does. Like, what does that do for the game? Well, it adds another layer of depth to the game. It makes it feel like you're fighting over different sectors of space. Like what that immersion is. And you have to think about the game logic behind it too. You have to also ask yourself, is these little sphere thing, is this fun? Is this fun? Or is this dumb? Is this not fun? Is this not interesting? And everyone has a different answer to that. No one's going to all say, oh, I think that's fun, because there's different tastes. I think this is a good system. Some people dislike this system, and there are valid reasons for disliking it, as well as there are valid reasons for liking it. And then try to remember when you're making your own game and you're analyzing systems and mechanics and functions, what makes your game fun? Who is your core audience that is going to be playing your game? When I ask myself that question for Legends of Terrestria, I ask myself, who's going to be playing Legends of Terrestria? People who like story-based RPGs with interesting characters and an interesting world. And they care about character centrism and the characters and how they change and interact with the world and their decisions, what decisions they do have actually mattering. That is what I want. I want to change like things like Mass Effect, where in the end of Mass Effect, you had, it wasn't the color endings, but the big buildup, the big payoff for this big war was just a cutscene. I want the cutscene to be playable, so that the factions and alliances you make in the game Terrestria, Legend of Terrestria, you will get to play with the units each nation brings to the table. Whether it's Cardovian Raiders with their Great War Axes, whether it's the Confederacy of Bastar and their Great War Cannon Wagons, or whether it's, you know, the Shoya with their club picks. Like, if you were to make alliance with them, they should offer something interesting to the game, and it offers a different gameplay aspect. That's the entire reason why I made the warfare mode. Instead of it just being a cutscene and of all these big battles and things happening in the background and the aftermath of it like every other video game, what if instead you could play it? What if it was a part of the gameplay? And I wanted to make as much of the story as part of the game and gameplay as possible. That way, your narrative decisions don't have just impact on only the narrative cutscenes and things, but also have effects on the gameplay as well. And I think that's an important aspect as well. Making narrative decisions matter in terms of gameplay, and character decisions affect gameplay is actually a huge focus that I have. Like, that is my obsession, is tethering the narrative to gameplay, which is what no other game has really done. And I might not succeed in doing it because it is ambitious, but I'm going to try. And that's my focus. Now, you have to ask yourself when you're making your game, what is your focus? Is it a first-person shooter? Do you want the focus to be on like Republic Commando style combat, where you got little cool characters and they have personalities and give them orders, and it's very scripted, very linear, but each set piece is extremely memorable? Because remember, there's a huge stigma now that linear means bad, and that is something that is sad, because linear has often been some of the most amazing set pieces and some of the most amazing games are the most linear games. Like the Nier games are linear as hell when it comes to being an RPG game, but they are incredible stories, and they have they have serviceable gameplay for a Gestalt, but they have good gameplay for a replicant. But you have to ask, what does linear bring versus a sandbox approach? You know, sandboxes are very difficult to develop. Linear is easier to develop because you can focus on set pieces. BioWare's Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, BioWare's Knights of the Old Republic, those are actually very linear RPGs where there are carefully constructed set pieces, and you play in those set pieces, and they can more carefully tailor your decisions there. Now, they dropped the ball, in my opinion, on a lot of things, but there's a lot more stuff that we'll get to when we explore that idea. The next concept is sandbox, and the sandbox concept is what Elder Scrolls went with. Now, the true sandbox, there's two different Elder Scrolls ideas. There's the original with like Daggerfall, where it's a simulated sandbox, and that's a really cool idea, where each province has its own laws, taxes, and religion, and each province that you're in has like different like things that they remember about you and what you did there. That is a really cool idea. Then there's the Todd Howard's vision, which is a more linear sandbox. And some people, there are different pros to both of these sides, but they are very different styles of sandboxes. The Daggerfall Morrowind approach, and even the Morrowind one is, by the way, very linear by comparison. And then there's the, you know, more classic Bethesda, Oblivion and Skyrim. Very linear sandbox by comparison, but at the same time, not as well constructed. Then you can look at Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout New Vegas is a very linear sandbox, but because of its linearity, it has a lot of strengths with how you play through it in terms of story and narrative. And you got to think about it analytically. All these games, what's the strength? What's good about a game, even if you don't like it? Like, I don't like Skyrim, but what's good about Skyrim? Well, Skyrim has got it's very moddable. That's a pro. It's easy to mod. So when you think about your game, like, okay, I should probably make it easy to mod. So hard coding things and making things inaccessible to the modders might be a bad idea, you know? Like, you might not want to actually do that. So you want to make it very easy to mod. That's what we're doing with Legends of Terrestrial. Now, I don't think the modding community is going to be particularly big because it's going to be like it'll be easy to mod, but like hard to make art assets is what I think. And I think that's going to be the big bottleneck for our stuff. Because modding our game should be fairly easy. Like, you can open up the idea is that you can open up any map file and just tweak things. Tweak encounters down to how many enemies there are, or what they say in the dialogue, or even changing scripts. Like, that should be doable. That's the plan, if all goes well. But then you have to ask your question, like, okay, that's cool. Add some replayability, so there'll be a workshop, and that's another selling point. The reason for doing that is I add another selling point to the game. It adds more replayability. People can tweak encounters. Well, this is not, well, yeah, it's sort of game dev theory, but this is more like, I'm not going to say it's like game dev, like straight up theory. This is my...
Not ramblings?
Not ramblings, but more or less my theories. And it's important to make that distinction because if you're listening to this for advice, it's important to remember that a lot of these things I'm still learning and developing, and a lot of these things I might be wrong on. And I'm always learning. I'm always learning, and so when you take any of this advice, if you take it to heart, do think about it critically and ask yourself, but why? Why would I do this? Ask yourself why, and what does this do? Ask yourself that question all the time. What's the purpose of this? Like, what's annoying about this game's combat? Well, let's think about it analytically. What's annoying about these NPCs? We can extrapolate a few things here. The first thing is, all these ships are individuals, and that's extremely annoying gameplay-wise because there is, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ships that are single units. Now, we can break apart our fleets, but that might, you know, we might lose ships if we do that, if we don't have all the damage stacked up because of how the combat works. And so we have to piecemeal three attacks per turn at a time. That's going to take a while. How could you solve this in terms of game design? Well, how I would solve this is I would actually have it scripted so that the AI neutrals don't have individual ships as much. It's okay to have them sometimes, but have them fleet up into groups of like 4s or 5s to make it a little bit more fair and balanced. That way you can reduce this into a cluster of, more or less there'd be 3 clusters here of ships instead of this many if we grouped them in 5s based on my theory there, which means that clearing this amount of like enemy ships up here would be easier. I'd also set a hard cap on how many little fleets they could build as well to prevent it from getting out of hands, because these are neutrals. Unless we're going for some sort of late game threat where it's like they build up a massive fleet and they do something crazy. I'm not sure. Shut up, Plague, or I'll kill you. All right, so Adsical donates a generous 50 Aussie bucks. Say, Kib, where have you been? I've been here this whole time, you little shit. Where have you been? Where have you been, my little Australian simp? He's like, squeals. I forgot what I was talking about. My brain has switched gears. No. Dastardly Dutchman donates $5. Say, to be honest, I find it hard to believe Todd Howard has vision. Well, everyone has a vision. It's just some of them are poorly thought out. Some of them aren't well thought out. Like Peter Molyneux had some brilliant ideas, but he's also a fucking incompetent buffoon because he constantly changes his idea at a moment's notice. And that's why Fable and that's why Black and White turned out so poorly developed, because he kept changing his mind mid-development. He needed to shut the fuck up, focus on designing the game, put yourself in the headspace, design the game out fully as all the features and mechanics you want to do, and then commit to that idea. Always be ready to make course corrections and adjustments. That's what we're doing if there's something wrong. But don't be coming into the office in the middle of like developing a system, be like, hey guys, what if we switch and do this other mechanic instead? It's like, well, we haven't even finished implementing this. Again. Yeah, exactly. We haven't finished implementing this. Like now this mechanic that's being developed is half developed. They switch to work on another mechanic, and then it turns out they don't want that one, and they go back to the half developed one. But now they've spent so much development time and money doing that they can only polish that a little bit more, and then they have to like move on to the next thing and then ship the game. So it's not done. It's unfinished. That's why Black and White 2 had to cut multiplayer, had to cut skirmish mode, and was basically an unfinished beta, and they had to ship it. It was not finished because they kept trying too many things, and often those things led to nothing of fun. Because the most important question when you're developing a game is ask yourself first, is this fun? Remember what your set goal is. What are you doing? I am trying to tell a story in a video game. What's the most important thing to remember about a video game? A video game must be fun. It must be enjoyable to play.
I thought a video game needs to milk you for all your money.
Shut the fuck up, Fairbairn. Now, if you're developing a free-to-play game, yeah, that's the idea. But the goal is to trick people in with the fun. Enlisted is a great way on how to deceive your audience and how to trick them into having fun and then being like, hey, how about you give me a little bit of money and you can level up faster? The game's already fun, but now you can progress faster. And you're like, okay. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if you had some extra cards? I mean, you're enjoying the game already. Why don't you buy the battle pass? And look, if you buy it once, it pays for itself if you complete it. They're banking on the people that don't complete the battle pass, that buy it because it's a good value, but don't complete it. That's where they get their money from.
Also, if people are having fun with the game, they're much more willing to say, you know what, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I'm willing to spend some money.
Yes, Enlisted is the correct way to do free-to-play. And how to get money. Enlisted is a case in point on how you should do free-to-play. War Thunder and World of Warships and World of Tanks is a case of how you should not do free-to-play.
World of Tanks is one of the worst cases in that case because, oh god, no, I'm not going to start.
Because Enlisted right now, this is before they fucked it up, because I'm assuming in the future they fuck it up. As it stands now, is a very fun game, and you don't need to put a penny into it to have fun with it. But if you start giving them money, you progress a little faster. And you get more tickets, and so you can get things sooner than you could have otherwise. But the gameplay loop is fun enough that you don't need to. But because you're having fun and you're enjoying playing the game, you want to progress faster, and so you're going to put a few bucks in here and there. And that's how they generate the profit. It's a very good and a very clever way of doing it. That's how you do free-to-play right, where the game is fun enough that if you don't even have the money, it's still fun anyways. Because the idea with the free-to-play is you get the entire market to play it, even the people that can't afford it, so that they can play and participate, so your player base is bigger. And then the people who do pay, the small percent, the whales, so to speak, they generate the real money, while the free-to-play players just coast off the development for free.
Because you brought it up, there's one bad example in Enlisted. That's the Stalingrad campaign. That's how not to do it.
Yes, they did fuck up the Stalingrad campaign. A purchasable campaign with locked premium unit or units that you need to unlock via purchasing. That was the first fuck up Enlisted ever made.
Units that are technically needed and better than the other ones. If it would be just a premium unit, it's just kind of the same, but they have a fancy outfit. That would be okay.
Dastardly donates $5. Oh, thank you for the donation, he says, versus the actual product. Let me read the rest of that. He has little... Oh, I don't know if I read that. Might just be that in my perception, he has so little integrity due to the contrast between the game's marketing versus the actual product release that I'm loath to attribute vision. To be fair, Todd Howard is more of a marketing person. His goal is to lie to you to get you to buy the game.
Buy my game!
That's why we went in the opposite direction. Well, not because of Todd Howard. It had nothing to do with Todd Howard. But my entire philosophy on game development is to do the exact opposite. To do what most developers don't do. But some do. I'm not the first to do what I'm doing. By no means. Other developers have done it before and are doing it. My entire focus is to make the game basically as honest as possible. Like, we're making a game, it's gonna have these features, we're going to do the absolute best we can with the crowdsourced funding we get from our audience, and if we do well, we'll build upon that foundation and do better each time, iteration-wise. We'll do the best we can with what we have. That's always been Battle Damage Studios' philosophy. The best we can with what we have. Nothing short of. And that anything we do make, we should always be proud of. So that when we ship a game, when our title boots up, it should say Battle Damage Studios proudly presents, and then insert title, Mixer's Legends of Terrestria. It should not be Battle Damage Studios, you know, and then game title. It should be proudly presents, because we should do it with pride, because we should be proud of our work, take pride in the work we do. Killing these ships takes forever. They really do need to have them fleet up more. The game dev rambling just doesn't stop. Someone slap him. Kibs is hysterical. That's because it's the only thing I care about in the world. I'm just kidding. It's not the only thing I care about in the world. Game development is like the core thing. It's like my life's calling. I obsess over it.
And bullying artists.
I obsess over it to a ludicrous degree. Counterpoint. Both War Thunder and World of Tanks print money like the goddamn Fed. What? That's not a counterpoint. They do print money. I just think they do it disingenuously. And because of that, they actually hemorrhage a lot of players. Enlisted doesn't have as many players that I know of that hate the game. Most of the people I know that play Enlisted actually adore the game. Because I know Arch adores it. I know Hanse adores it. You know, he's grumpy. Buckamus even likes it. I don't know about Fairbear. Fairbear doesn't play it very much. But I actually really like it, because it's actually one of the few games that's very honest.
I kinda like the game, but I can't really bring myself to play it a lot.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, I will not take this away from the game.
It's got really good gunplay, too.
Yeah, and it's not as frustrating as something like War Thunder, where you just constantly get spawn killed by an enemy you can't even... You literally can't kill.
Oh man, I wish War Thunder would actually learn from Enlisted. Because Enlisted understands that no, when you buy a vehicle and you die, that's such a dumb thing, and that's such a World of Tanks thing that War Thunder copied. No, no, no. When you play the tank battles in War Thunder, you should have unlimited spawns. There should be just a mode where you just play with your vehicles. Whether it's realistic or not doesn't matter to me. The whole one life thing and then you die is so dumb. That's just a Fortnite philosophy. I hate it.
I'm actually fine with that. My bigger problem is that I can't even live with, I know you hate that, when you're up against an enemy like a tank, you cannot penetrate. I'm fine with that as well. What I can't stand is how dominant aircraft is in that game.
I do like the air combat in the game. Air combat in War Thunder is great.
Okay, but the aircraft in the ground forces are way too strong, and they just dominate everything. And
yes.
You have in a flak anti-air vehicle, and the aircraft sees you. Instead of go, oh, there's an anti-air vehicle, I'm gonna stay away from that. They're just gonna, all like vultures, gonna zero in on you because that's a free kill for them.
Yeah, the planes actually deduct from the tanks. Like, it's good that they're trying to mix them, but they did it in such a poor way.
Yep.
What they should do it shouldn't actually be they should break the game into parts. There's the plane mode and then there's the tank mode. And then there should be the combined arms mode. And the combined arms mode should be a much bigger and much more expanded focus, where it has tanks and it has planes and there's this larger encompassing battle. Yeah. It should be this large encompassing battle
That
that's
would be so
chaotic.
fucking cool. Having pot shots and you can actually call in. You're in the ship. I'm in land and Kip. I need artillery on this position. You just swivel your ginormous guns around and just bombard the ever-loving shit out of that. It would be cool.
And then just give people like respawns. That way you don't get tilted if you get really unlucky and you just get wiped out. And then you give them respawns because it adds to the chaos, and because it's a video game. Well, this is why I like indie devs. In the future, I'd love to invest into small devs with vision, hands off, and let them do their thing. That's what I want chat to do. Give me all your money. No, I'm kidding. Give me all your...
It's getting greedy in this old age.
Yeah, pretty much. It was bound to happen eventually, chat. Like, we knew we'd do it, that son of a bitch. True. It was bound to happen. Oh no! Wait, is my map upside down? No, there's just that many fucking enemies. The past and future. We've encountered a temporal rift here, which is presenting itself in an unusual way. Can show the stars beyond, though not as they appear now, but as they were in the distant past, or even more surprising, in the distant future. I'm sure scientists will find this interesting. We must tell no one but our military strategists of this. +1 movement, all ships. Oh, that's really good. Our ships will move even farther than faster than ever before. Fear beer. Jesus Christ. We're able to move far. Especially compared to when we started this game. It took us eons to go anywhere. Explodierten.
Explodiert.
Fairbear's just mad. He's like, Fairbear, cranky bear.
Yeah, right.
Wiping them out. All of them. Our ships are so advanced. It's great, Fairbear. So great. Ah, there we go. We almost cleared up that big blob jet. The big blob of shippy doos. Man, cleaning up space sucks. Like, I feel like a garbage man.
Garbage Kibs.
Just cleaning up all this crap everywhere.
The garbage Kibs can.
Perfect. Oh, by the way, Dominions 5 will be resuming next week, Monday, because then everyone should be back. Giving people R&R. It can be quite stressful in Dominions when you get just curb stomped. Because Barch and I just did way too well in that game. I don't know if you watched it, Bear Bear, but...
I mean, you're also playing against one person that plays it for the first time.
Well,
and one other person is... No? Okay.
But still new. I basically had, like... Chat, do you remember how many victories we had? Like, it was ridiculous. I'm just switching into my little pajamas. Real quick. Getting comfy. Because I was outside doing stuff. I'll take out more garbage boxes later. But that's what happens when we just win. Yeah, no Dominions 5 this week. Next Monday, somebody just need to take a break. Because it can be extremely stressful. Because I know poor Koss got bothered by the fact that we just sort of plastered him. And we did plaster him. We were mean, chat. We need to be punished. Punished. We won too hard. Let's just put it that way. Oh my god, I felt bad.
Then Kibs are saying, this is a problem for noobs. Let's just do this to him. This is gonna help him. You know?
Well, I mean, he learned some valuable lessons, I'll say that much.
Yeah, never trust Kibs.
Well, I was playing against him. You shouldn't trust me. But I wasn't feeding him misinformation. I wasn't even talking to him. He kept walking into traps I'd been setting. And I just had, like, amazing victory after amazing victory. And I was like, ooh. Because I could tell after, like, the fourth or fifth one in a row, I was like, yeah, this is... I think they're feeling it now. Because it wasn't just a couple of victories. It was a crippling victory for me, or a crippling defeat for him, like, 4 times in a row, and then I killed his god. And I was like, oops. And that was... The worst part about all that was just a raiding force. So my raid was so successful. I didn't know. I just sort of like, I saw an advantage and I just went for it, okay? Like I thought I saw something, an opportunity. I did a Hannibal Barca. And it felt amazing to do, though, execution-wise. It was actually pretty cool. It's just to be on the receiving side of that is awful, because it's just stressful. And it is Fairbear's fault. Like, make no mistake, chat. Dagi.
If you say so.
What's this? A transport? What the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Fanny's pod.
One thing I'm sad that hasn't happened in this game, though, is we haven't formed, like, a Galactic Senate or something. Which is something I wish would happen in this game.
And it's ceaseless bickering.
Drone soldiers takes 5 turns to research starbase grid. Just looking at text. I have new anti-missile clusters. Armor science. Increase our armor, chat. Hydroponics. Orbital things. Interstellar tourism. Grand casino. Open immigration. Police state policy. I'm going for the armor scientists. Or sciences. Make our stuff stronger. MBS Scavenger 8 survey report. We followed a distress signal to the area where we found a strange patched together vessel similar to what pirates use. The aliens inside are a motley variety of species who claim kinship. Thanks to a parasitic organism. We've had this pop up before. Go on then. Take some of our less popular crew. No way. We trade with no pirates. Or parasites. Little Jabrow asks, will I be able to join? Well, maybe. We'll see. It'll be a while from now.
With little French brow.
The issue is scheduling and commitments. And if you can't make it, you get left behind. That's the thing about the Dominions game. Have either of us played Distant Worlds? No, I have not. I looked at it and didn't have any interest in it. Looked kind of boring. Let's see, we need to take out that shipyard. The shipyard is gone. Oh, he died. Now these two ships are gonna link up together and then start repairing. Look at that. We've cleared up those little planets as wheel. WOW. We're almost done with the sector. The Archeans are winning pretty heavily. I wonder if the Archeans have peace with them now. Let me see if we check the diplomacy tab, Bear. Archeans are... Nope, they're at war with the Onyx Hive. The Onyx Hive is fucked. They're not going to be around for much longer. We always need $25 say, hi, fair dork and Kibs. Damn, Sargon said he might revive the D&D Crusaders campaign. My vibrating was extreme. Well, that's good for you, you little whore. He's like, eh. And thank you for the donation.
Thank you for the circle of donations.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to the D&D Crusader thing, like, all I know is bad things about it, because all the players complained about it. Not a single... I've never heard a positive thing except from people that didn't play it. Like, oh my god, it was so great, and like, all I've heard is Arch complain about how awful it was. I've heard V complain about how awful it was. Like, I heard Dev complain about how awful it was.
It's one of...
It doesn't give Kib a lot of confidence in whatever the heck.
Dev complained about this?
Yeah, Dev has. Everyone that was in it that I talked to. And others, who I can't name. But, I've not heard pleasant things, and I don't know why, because I wasn't there, so I have no idea what. Was there just bad chemistry?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I wasn't there. I have no way of knowing. Thomas N donates $5 say, here's some money for the new computer, Kibs. Thank you for your generous donation, Thomas. Appreciate it, man. Oh, it's gonna suck having to get a new PC. Oh, I gotta fucking... Oh, I hate doing it. Oh, I just... I've been tagged in the developer server.
Yeah, it's Robin.
Yeah, it's Reboundsky. I have to check DMs later.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is Robinsky.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure it out. Shouldn't be too hard. Real Hosting Nintendo said, we're going to build a silver mine, and we're going to make you all pay for it. The biggest problem with the campaign was Sargon constantly changing the rules and standards in V. That's what I heard. So, according to V and Arch, from what they told me, this is just me restating what they said, by the way, so I didn't say nothing. Kib wasn't there, Kib has no opinion. But basically, Arch was like, Sargon is very inconsistent with his rules. when it came to something about nails and boards. And he said that he had spoken to Sargon during the campaign. He was like, hey, you know, if we do the Silvermine thing, like, we don't have to do, like, the individual nails and, like, stuff, right? You can just let us build it, right? And it's not going to be too complicated, like, we're not going to have to do the autistic details. He's like, no, we're not, don't worry about it. I'm not going to make you do that. That'd be a dick if I did that. And then, next session, I'm not sure if he did it to just fuck with him intentionally or not, but apparently he did. He made him do all of that. And so Sargon fucking tricked Arch into, God, I don't know. You know what?
I would
Arch
say
will
that's
be
a big
here
move,
later.
but it's karma, so...
I mean, I'm sure Sargon had his reasons for doing it.
I mean, if it's happening to Arch, then it's probably a little bit karma in there.
He probably Arch snarked. You know what probably happened? We probably don't have Sargon's side. I probably bet you that he agreed to do this, and then Arch fucking did something sassy to Sargon. And Sargon's like, okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
That's honestly, if I had to give it a guess, that would be my guess.
That's fair enough.
Because Sargon seems to be a clever fellow from what I've seen, so I could see him do that.
When he's not a boomer.
Well, he's just an old man. Old people are old. But with age comes wisdom. Let's see. There's Durantium there. There are... are there any special resources here? There's some, but not a whole lot. There's another black hole here with those super rare resources. We'll go grab those too. Real Listener donates, per planetary missionary donates $2.8. Excuse me. Ask Arch about the Silvermine fiasco. If you want, chat, remind me to bring it up in the enlisted stream that comes after this one, because Arch will be showing up here in a couple hours, and we can ask him about that. Thank you for the generous donation. Will Hosner donates $5. Say V started a cult, but didn't want to deal with the administration. Arch was ready to be autistic about the Silvermane, but Sargon wouldn't let him. Oh no! Sounds like Sargon was tard wrangling Barch, which sounds like a chore to be served.
That can easily happen.
Tard wrangling Barch. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I choose Dusakis. Like Dusakis. Gunny Arlequin is French, because he's a girl. He's like, no, hairy armpit girl. Ugh.
You mean he's a girl because he's French?
Yeah, pretty much. I want to do a multiplayer game in this game, but it's not on Steam yet, so we'll have to wait. Fuck. Because I think multiplayer would be super interesting, Fairbear. Oh, gotta be cool. Like, I could be an arms dealer and sell Fairbear weapons. Like, Fairbear want to buy some spaceships? They need to add more stuff to the ground warfare.
Handouts.
The ground warfare needs updating. Because there is none. They need to bring back the GalCiv 2 ground invasion system. And then actually adds a layer to it, so you actually have to produce, like, ground invasion specific things. Then you get to watch them battle. That'd be cool. Jabra says, what? I take offense to that, Kibs. Be quiet, hairy French boy. There are two French boys in here. Kibs, I have bad news. Arch didn't edit it out. Didn't edit what out? Oh, that in the stream. Dude, I know he's too lazy. If you're talking about the ending of the last recording, like, we recorded that last night. I guarantee you, like, half the time, he's like, I'm going to remember to clip that out. Yeah, you'll remember all right. You're never going to do it, you lazy cow.
Who said that? What?
Barge. He said something snarky at the end. He's like, I'm going to remember to clip out what Kibs said, where I just retorted at him. Let's see.
No, if that makes him look good, I don't think he will forget that.
Barge is just joking. Fair bear.
Yeah, I know.
Fair bear. The Reals and doing generous $10 say Sargon pushed him to macro man. I assume you mean micro, not macro. Manage, but couldn't guarantee that NPCs would follow through effectively, forcing him to micro, especially because he had 45k GP in debt. Gold points? Oh, GP means gold peanuts, pennies.
Gold pieces.
D&D sounds stupid.
Personally, I don't like D&D.
D&D's.
Because I looked at some of the abilities, just that one big thing, and this is my favorite reason. Oh, the ranger. After a certain level, he gets an ability, and when he sees footsteps, he will exactly know where said creature is. And I'm not talking about in that direction. No, he will exactly know what kind of creature it is and where it is at that moment and at every moment. I'm just, that's not a ranger ability. That's not some fucking clairvoyant shit.
Yeah, that is.
And there's just, yeah, no. If it would be something like a magic user, I would say, yeah, that's okay. But I wouldn't want to have a story in this because you couldn't do anything like, oh no, this is there's a creature here, and you need to find out who the creature is. And then you find a footstep and immediately know where the creature is and who it is, and nah. It's like in a comedy, the guy takes a sniff, this thing is that old, it's lived there and it's doing this right now.
It's a bit of what we call a stretch, Fairbear. No, I fucked up, Fairbear!
Good.
Oh my god, I ran into more space dragons. Oh, I'm so tired of fucking space dragons, you have no idea. I can't wait till this fucking entire sphere is clear of these fuckers. Oh my god, help me. Help, Kibs! Alright. So far, so good. Let's see, and thank you for the generous donation. Space Dragons, I am in. That's me being sad. I heard Kibs is breeding their boy Cronus. What the fuck are you talking about, boy? I think Cronus is dead right now. Fairbear's correct. Fatal is the best RPG system. Oh my god, Fairbear.
Made RPG.
Fairbear's like Fairbear's.
If you know the guys don't know, it is fucking horrible, it is Japanese, and you make gonna cringe to death.
Illyrium. Oh my gosh, chat. See this right here? This is the front line. This is all that's left. We're just pushing into the last of the bubble. Are those Archean warships? They are. What are they doing in my side of the space bubble? I can tell you right now, chat, it'll be a war. They will not survive. I've got the power. Real Hosner donates $5. Say Sargon wanted Barch to accept a degree of risk that he wasn't comfortable with, and Sargon was unwilling to yield even for the health of the campaign. Is this true, chat? And thank you for the donation. Are you positive? Because the art of being a good GM is learning to accept the fact that you have to make compromises. Sometimes you have to bend the rules and you have to do things to make the story progress or the game not die. And a good GM will do so without you even knowing they did it to begin with. Actually, that's a great GM will do that. Not just a good one. A great GM will definitely do things to and make the story flex in ways that it shouldn't without you even knowing, to basically fulfill the player's intentions. A bad GM or an okay GM will be stubborn and want you to do things a certain way and solve a puzzle only one way. That is a bad GM. Because a bad GM, there's only one way to do one. There's only one answer to every quest or problem. A good GM is flexible and can think on their feet. For a planetary missionary, donates $5 says Sargon would not guarantee the safety of the mines, even after Arch was investing all that time and resources into it. I do remember. The only thing I remember at that period, because we were doing the Rogue Trader campaign, is I do remember that there was a certain amount of stress that Arch had towards Sargon. So that does kind of coincide with that, because that would probably bother him. We'll have to ask Barch himself, though, on the Enlisted stream for the full scoop from Barch's point of view. Let's see what the planet could do. Mountains, manufacturing. We could build more buildings, I suppose. Bureaucratic offices. I don't know. I have an aversion to that.
Dead.
Another financial district, because it'll make a lot of money.
Oh no.
What?
Scratching. Oh, my noises.
For the ship back, attacks the closest ship. Oh my god. So chat, basically we're doing a war to cleanse this sphere, to colonize it all. And what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna fight all these space dragons, make contact with the Archaeans, and then just initialize immediate warfare with them. Like, that's how I see this happening. Because we might as well keep going. We have our military momentum over here. I see no reason to stop. Oh, there's a ship there. I didn't even see it hiding in the wreck. Oh, I can't even target the ship? Oh my god. It's cancer. Thank God, so far the stars over here being clear of... No! No! Sorry, just the fact that we're running into more stuff to... I just want peace! Peace in our time! I just want it to end. I just want hashtag peace, chat. I'm tired of war. I want peace. Alright, so let's see. Holznader donates a generous $10, say, and then he started the crusade, so V got a stick up his butt to leave. What? And then he started. Did I miss something in the previous one? Let's check. Campaign. Oh no. Okay. There's nothing there. Then he said. And then he started the crusade, so V got a stick up his butt to leave, and then he kept throwing in new obstacles. I like Sargon, but that specific part could have been better. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. You didn't enjoy that part. I mean, I have no idea. Like, the more you guys tell me, the more this sounds like a fucking unmitigated disaster. But again, like, I don't know if you're just saying that to, like, fluff up the story and, you know, make it sound more... What do you call it? Exciting? Infatuate? No, what's the word? Where you embellish the story. There, I can't tell if chat's embellishing like Barch and Sargon, or not Sargon, V, or if this is genuine. Buy some cheap Promethean or tech pod hive, or shut this place down. Yeah, criminal scum. Stop right there, criminal scum. Where's the ship? I can't get that one. Is there an attack order here? See, I want you to attack that. I want you to attack that ass, but I don't know how to get them to do it. Let's see. Real Alexander donates $5 to say, while the gang was doing the silver mine, the forces to go on the crusade were gathering and left. They were supposed to go with them. Thank you for the donation. That sounds like a very big disappointment, honestly. At least based on how you tell me, like, building up for a great crusade and then you just miss it, and it's like, okay, that's kind of like, it's kind of boring. This doesn't sound as great as you guys make it out to be. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing here. Okay, Kibs, imagine that you're building up a big event from the start of the game, and then you miss the event because you were doing a side quest. That's kind of what happened in the Sargon D&D. So it was just very disappointing. So why is anybody excited? I don't know. Like with Rogue Trader, the Rogue Trader campaign, Lurking Hunger, was fucking awesome. There was a big build-up, and then there was huge payoffs. And then the campaign ended abruptly because one of the people that we were playing with had to go. And I wanted to keep going. And I wanted to keep going so much that I eventually nagged Arch into reviving it for Season 2 by basically assembling as much of the old cast as I possibly could. And then the second campaign kind of sucked. The first half of it was like, the first part of it was okay, with like the winter expedition. As soon as we got off the desert planet with the pyramids, the desert planet with the pyramids was awful. But the winter map, or the winter expedition one, that was back to its roots. It had better isolationism, and that was what made the Looking Hard campaigns great, was the isolationism. Like, the winter expedition was the better one, and then that ended, which was dumb. It should have dragged on for a lot longer. The Skaven campaign. Which one? The first one ended because I just didn't want to play it anymore, neither did Bubbles. We did the Communist Revolution, and then when Bubbles and I didn't die and we lived somehow, we were like, yeah, we didn't want to play anymore. Garbwire donates 50, or Dastardly donates $3. Say, oh, I'm excited. Their suffering will be delectable. Okay, so you're not excited because it's good. You just like them to be miserable. Okay, I'm understanding this a little more now. Thank you for the donation. Garbwire donates 50 Donkey Kongs to say, it was like the davs of Darkest Dungeon versus the player was not good. Hi, Chadfish. Okay. Yeah, the devs of Darkest Dungeon, where they constantly are like actively making the game obtusely difficult, just so that they can have it obtusely difficult, and it's like, I don't think that's good. The same problem happened with Games Labs when they did the Ultimate General Civil War. I was enjoying that game, but they kept making it like incredibly hard for no reason, to the point where I don't have fun with it anymore. It was too much anti-player bias, where you balance the fun out of the game. Because it was too easy. The issue is if you overtune or overbalance anything, you'll actually overtune the fun right out of a video game. Because any video game is made by human hands, is an inherent to have human problems and errors. No system is perfect. I don't make any delusions that our systems will be perfect. I imagine there will be flaws, but as long as the flaws in the system don't intrude on the fun, and even in some cases add to the charm and fun, they will be accepted and tolerable. If they, however, detract from the fun, that is when developer intervention is required, because then you need to fix that, because it cannot detract from the overall fun of the game. I never killed any RP in my entire life, Gunny, and you still have no proof. Lurking Hunger Season 1? Not me. Lurking Hunger Season 2? Not me again. The Skaven one, the first one, wasn't me either. I said I didn't want to play anymore, and that I was just going to be the only one leaving. Then Bubbles joined in. And I was like, okay, well, we'll wait for replacements. And Archer's like, no, I didn't want to play without you. And then the second Skaven campaign was because of my job. Or lack thereof. Otherwise, that one would probably still be going to this day. We probably would have taken a recess, I think, by now. Or the half-year break that we normally do. Fairbear, what are you doing? You're so quiet. You're just German and dead to me. He's German and dead to Kib.
I ate too much.
Porky little German, where are you?
It had to go.
I actually really enjoyed playing MechWarrior 5 yesterday.
Yeah,
that game is fun with friends. I think I might tune the vehicles up harder once we get to the later stages, but I'll leave it where it is now, because I could see myself enjoying the tougher vehicles, actually.
Yeah. I would prefer if I can get without the infantry, because I found the infantry more annoying than anything else.
I actually like the infantry. Because it gives me something to shoot at when there's nothing else to do.
I just shoot at trees, that's always satisfying.
Like, I can just use my machine guns for something now, by just machine gunning the ground. And I might equip the flamethrower to deal with them. I still wish there was a mod that improved infantry, though. As in, made them move in groups of like 4 or 5 of them.
As far as I've seen with the mods we played with yesterday, that is nice, definitely an improvement. But what I was playing with, I think I liked more because of there's also more options. You could, for example, set the incoming and outgoing damage, so you could just set it to players only get that much damage and enemies only get that much damage and stuff like that.
Well, too bad, Fairbear. That mod doesn't work with multi. It's like Fairbear's
It's also not updated for the most recent version. Also, it does work in multiplayer, just, and I'm quoting the developer, hit and miss.
Reholznair donates $10, and thank you again for your generous donations, to say, it was good. It would just be better if Sargon wasn't being adversarial, and V didn't need instant gratification, and a certain paladin didn't take every opportunity to instigate and snark. Who's the paladin? Chat, tell Kibs. I don't know. Tell me. I don't know why I'm screaming at them.
I know they had a monk.
Wasn't that Dev?
I think that Dev was a monk, yes.
Dev strikes me as a monk player. Ironically.
That monk that can run incredibly fast.
We missed one of those space dragon ships. So far, so good, Fairbear. We've almost cleansed the stars of all the stupid shit everywhere.
Oh.
Oops. Can't click on that ship for some reason. Bug! It's a bug!
It's an ugly bug.
I can't wait for the Starship Troopers video game. Aldrich
Oh,
Magi donates $1 say, Kibs, I am using this dono to tell you my last one flew past you like a flying sausage. You're retarded. Thank you for the donation. He says, the elderly man lowered the trash can on the curve. Too late to notice Aerith standing several feet away on the side. She smiled wickedly with an unhinged look in her eye. Garbage day, she declared, before raising a hand cannon at the man and firing. Why is Aerith retarded?
Oh, that's what people like. Girls are cute when they're almost retarded.
When they're almost wow, Fairbear, rude. Oh my god, the war with the dragons continues. There's more of them, baby.
Bad noises.
I'm annoyed. This is the only part of the game I actually am starting not to like. Is like this war against a wall of space dragons is just so ridiculous. They're not threatening. There's just so many of them. It takes forever to kill them all.
Fucking.
It just won't end, chat. Hashtag peace in our time ain't happening. Little bucket fish. Alright, so I'll move this ship over here. Okay. Move that ship over there. Okay. Wiggling my chair, makes my mouse go up and down. Dude, it's fat. Call me monk in RPGs. Alright, let's see. Reels need to expect, I'll say the memes were amazing too. I'll never stop laughing at Dev saying he should dress up as the bear's mother because his character had the darkest skin. And Kairos has been a member for 5 months. Numbers are hard for me. Thank you for your generous donations. I really appreciate it, little chat. And Oozlu is allegedly the Templar Paladin dude. Okie dokie. Bakame says, Kibs, I thought you said you couldn't have multiple fundraisers going at once. Well, this one takes precedence over the sock fund. More important. Because this one literally means if I don't have a new computer, Kibos dies. You're like, everyone's super sad about it too. Like, oh no, not Kibs. I really don't want him to die. God, that'd be a real fucking shame, wouldn't it?
Oh, totally.
Just like, I don't think so. Shit.
An absolute nightmare.
Bucket fish. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Our like wall of fucking ships is just carving slowly through this wall of dragons. I hate it so much. We're winning, but Jesus Christ. You want to see something impressive, little tired German boy? He's like, woo! Look at this. Look at this fucking graph here, Fairbear. Do you see this shit? Do you see this? Look, Fairbear. Look with your little Fairbear eyes.
The Discord stream died. Come here, man.
Fairbear.
Ah.
Look.
Alright, well,
Look at this. Look at it.
yeah.
Look, Fairbear. Look at how
What?
much of a god I have become. Look at that. Look at me. Look at how amazing I am. Look at that.
Good for you.
That's not me. I'm not at the top. Don't look at this. Corporate
for you.
sector? How the fuck? Wow, they make a fuck ton of money.
This
Like,
Kibs-
holy
no,
shit.
To be fair, that does fit with because Kibistan doesn't understand
They're
economics.
the corporate sector, but fuck me. They're making a lot of economy money. Look at my military power though. Look! Look at that! I'm just
Good for
the Archeans are like the biggest like stellar threat I have right now. Look at my population! Oh my Jesus! There's a lot of us. Look at my influence. Look at our manufacturing capacity, our technology. Yep, we are the technological hegemon. That's good. Jesus Christ. Look at the corporate sector's overall treasury. That's ridiculous, though. They have a lot of fucking money. All right, got a new technology. All right, demonic. Oh, that's a demonic armor. I was like, excuse me. Demonic armor. Self-healing armor? Hell yes. That sounds very valuable. Jafar Blade donates $5. Like, here's $5 towards the new PC. Savior of the gaming industry. Why, little bucket fish? Thank you for your generous donation. I will donate if it means Kim's joining the Finnish army. Why would you do that? I don't want to join the Finnish army, Fairbear.
Well, too bad.
Fairbear, what are you doing, Fairbear?
Your mom.
Fairbear. Fairbear's kind of gay, though. Fairbear. Fairbear, you're retarded. Fairbear just sits there. He's like, Fairbear, okay. Fairbear, oh my god, Fairbear, holy shit, Fairbear. Holy shit, Fairbear, oh my god, holy shit, Fairbear. Is there any more goddamn space dragons over here? No, it doesn't look like it. No game. Vic. The war continues. The space dragons, There's so many of them. Like, I just hate these things. I just hope they all die. Like, I can't wait till there's no more of them left and we make them extinct. Like, they're not even a threat. I'm so technologically advanced compared to these goddamn things. Like, my armadas are just having no trouble killing them all. Alright, more space dragons dead. I don't know why, but they remind me of fucking some things. Get a Rocket donates 100 bits say, what did you do, Kib? You can't afford a PC, you have a game to make. Hashtags 100 cheers bits. Hashtag sock or PC fund. He's not quite entirely sure. I don't fucking know. Thank you for donation. I'm getting, okay, so just a clarification, because everyone new here. So don't worry about the thing if we don't make the goal. I'll still be able to get a new PC. It's just the goal amount I set is basically so pretending as if we don't make any losses. Okay? If we reach that, that'd be great, but I don't expect it to. Artemis says, I will donate to the PC fund if it means Kibs must have savior of the video games industry in his Twitter bio for the whole year. Oh my god, that's awful. Do you have any idea how cringe that is? But honestly, I'll do it. That's terrible, though. Oh, my spine. It turns to jello. I'm gonna have to say that it's done ironically. It's done ironic. My head itches, though. Oh my god, are we almost done with these guys? Fuck. Alright, we've almost cleared out this sector of space. Alright, honestly, like, we need more warships. Like, honestly, more warships. There's never enough warships. Like, the more I build, the more I feel like I have not enough of them. Like, what are we gonna do with these 2 warships? I don't know. We'll send them to this quadrant to space. Now, what we need to do is we need to wipe out that planet there, because this race is super weak. What the hell's going on down there? We got border gore galore over here. Fuck, that's gonna be a clusterfuck. That's gonna spark so many wars, Fairbear, you have no idea. Wait, do we encounter a new faction? Nope, it's just the 3 people. They have no technologies worth trading. How about the navigators? They have no technologies worth trading. Like Christ. How about the Onyx Hive? Honestly, they are losing a war and they're about to go extinct. I have a really bad idea. Like, this is a terrible idea, chat. I'm giving them a fuckload of military techs. This will give them medium ships with kinetic-based weapons for a lot of money. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I want them to stay alive and continue to fight the Archaeans for a little bit longer. I'm not willing to sell any of my military ships because they're so far advanced. I don't want them. I don't want to have to deal with them later. Artemis donated $2 for the PC fund. There we go. $2 closer to victory. Let's see. What we also need to do is it's been a while since I've changed my PC bio, my Twitter bio. We have a MBS Hunter. What do these things do again? Is this a war vessel? Is this like a research vessel? Mid-range beam ship. Okay, it's a combat ship. Okay, I don't remember putting these ships over here, so I'm a little confused, Fairman. Why are they over here? Kibs, I'll up it to 200 if you can read it. What do you mean? Just help with PC fund. What? Read what? Over Magi. Mythical Fool has become a sulfur miner. Thank you for your support and your membership. Really appreciate it, man. Do not forget to get access to the things in the Discord. Shoot a DM to a moderator. Chap. We have a new Chatfish miniature now available on the website. It's a fat little bucket fish. Next up, we gotta make a bucket and put him in a bucket. Put him in a... What are these? Okay, these are just the Archean warships, which are in our sector of space. Oh my god, there's so many things we have to clear up here. All right. Oh no. There's more ships over there. Oh, Chad, it just doesn't end. Kibs smells $200. Hormone activate. Shut up, slut. You do the same thing. Kibs, the Sonic fic you said you were gonna see if Susan would let you read it. Send it to me and I'll do it. Jaegerman donates $10. Say hashtag PC fund. Very well. If you are getting a PC upgrade, I see what's upgrade. Anyway, I can gift you the torment of having to simulate camping in winter forest if need be. I just enjoy suffering of otiers in any case. Are you being fucking Finnish over there? He's like, yes. It's a goddamn Finns. Goddamn little tards. Oh boy. Set this ship to sentry. Colonize planet. Let us see, little bucket fish. Can donos count to dual funds for today? PC and SOC fund? For today's sake, we'll allow such a generous thing. Let's see. This will be called Buckamus. There, Buckamus. You have a planet now. I'm in the middle of nowhere. That is unfortunate, but this was bound to happen. All right, little bucket fish. I'm sending these shipperoodles back over here for whatever reason. Oh my god, hey, that's that race. I like how he has a scar now, and his eyes are fucking twitchy. I remember these. I remember these guys from Galactic Civ 2. He's got a eye that's cut though. We were slaves of the evil Drengen Empire. We hope you are wary of them if you come into contact with them. You're nothing to fear. We have no intention of making you slaves today. Trade. Intermittent suspension. We'll take all of your techs. Yes, we'll become technologically ascendant, chat. Right, and I want a little bit of your money too. There we go. So they were enslaved by the Drengen Empire? I don't remember them being slaves originally. That must be new. Swamp people. A relic which has deep symbolic meaning among our people has been missing for decades. We recently discovered to be held by one of your leaders, Valas the Scamp. How they acquired it is irrelevant. We have already asked them to return it and offered to purchase it from them if they have refused. We are counting on you to do the right thing and hand it over. Walla the Scamp has made their choice, and I stand behind it. He becomes very loyal for us doing that. There's a lot of loyalty. +1 relations over the turn times 50. Thing is, we stand by our fellow fluffy cheeseburgers. Let's see. Lord of Opossum donates $100 say for computer hashtag savior of the game industry. Thank you very much for your extraordinarily generous donation. Really appreciate it, Blades. Thank you very, very much. Matt Blankenbacher also donates $100. Jesus Christ. Thank you very much. Says hashtag SOC XPC fund. I also need a new PC, maybe from Walmart. Well, don't donate to me if you need a new PC too, you little monkey. Blow up the planet, says Buckamus. No. Actually, do they have the planet-destroying weapons in this one? Because I think Galactic Civ 2 had them. Which are like Death Stars or whatever, that you could blow up planets. And thank you for the donation. Very generous. Alright. Let us take a look. I'm gonna need a drink. Alright, hold on. I'm going to cover the screen. I'm going to minimize, open le Discord. I'm gonna grab a drink, and then we'll attempt to read it. I also will, actually no, I'll give you something here in a second, you little bucket fish. You little bucket fish. Look at you. Wriggly and writhing with excitement. Like, wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. Right, so where was it? DMs. I need to open up Google. Google Chrome, Discord. This week we beat Ride to Hell Retribution. Next week we start Neko Mimi game, or whatever the fuck it's called. Nekopara, that's the one. Alright, let's see. Discord. We go to over at Magi's DMs. We post open that rink. Just a moment. Alright, we shall read it. How many pages are there? There's 25 pages? Oh my god. Alright, I'm taking a leak and then we're gonna read this. I'm gonna cover the screen with something a little bit more new for you. Alright, hold on a sec. You guys get to preview a new thumbnail for the Songs of Six series that our channel will be doing soon. It is a city builder with a really cool combat system. And we open it and we press that button. And then we go to Stream Rabs and then we go to the top. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to this screen. Then we're going to switch back over to this. Set the image to be the new image, which I just downloaded. And then unhide that image. And then basically transform, stretch to screen. There we go. Now you can admire that new thumbnail. Now, beer bag, gotta grab a drink, Chant. Bear, entertain Chant.
I don't know. How do you entertain chat? I don't know. I'm still fat. I ate so much. Leave me alone, chat. You don't know all of this. I ate too much. Way too much. But it was good, and it needed to go. And I'm not gonna throw away food. Look at me, that smart ass shit about. "Well, you could have just warmed it up later." No, 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 not an option. Oh, let's see. Come on, computer. Open this thing. There he is. Let's see.
What are you doing, Bear?
Looking at chat.
You're looking at them. What are you gonna do to them?
Oh, hey, I'll cup.
Yeah, that's the Songs of Six thumbnail.
No, that's not even what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow. Don't even care about his art. Wow, what a dick. What a prick. Am I right, brother?
They care about his art, I guess.
All right.
He's so elusive.
Let's see. So, BBTD donates 10 Nizaki bucks. Say, put out them sockos for bag. Put on them sockos for bag. May you at least afford a Pentium 2 and Window Millennium head. Ha 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 ha. PC Sock Fund, Savior Fund. Tell you what, chat. If we make that goal, not only will I change my Twitter to the savior of the games industry, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm the anytime anyone asks if I'm the savior of the game industry for a year, I'll say yes. Just remember this stream that it was all done ironically. It was all done. All right. Over at Magi donates $201 to say, I'm a man of my word, Mr. Keeps. I haven't started yet. Also, you got to voice act. Flex your pipes for future voice acting for your game. I don't think I'm going to voice act in my game. I feel like that's pretentious. And thank you for your generous donation. Unless you know, I can't be convinced otherwise. Wink, wink. And thank you for your generous donation. We'll read this cringy thing. Artemis donates $5 say, I will be purchasing the Cross and Possum patches at the end of the month. Make sure to have people submit the number they want. Have to have donated, yes. If you've donated, like, what was it? I forget what the limit was. An X amount, Artemis will tell me. Be sure to DM me that you're interested in a Cross and Possum patch. Because Artemis is going to have them made and then shipped to people who want them.
Am I missing something, Kibs?
Basically, Artemis offered to make Cross and Possum patches for people that donated.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a little patch, Cross and Possum. You could just DM him and ask for a picture. It's a little patch with the opossum on it.
You know, if I'm gonna ask him, he's just gonna say no out of pure spite.
He might. But it doesn't hurt to ask, and then you'll have known whether or not he did it or
no,
not.
I will not give him that satisfaction.
Oh my fucking god, Fairman. Mythical Fool down. See, you probably would have just answered if you just asked, but now because you did it...
Probably, I know.
You're retarded.
I know.
Mythical Fool, I know. Donates 50 rons to say, people make me, save me, change me, raise me. What am I? You're a baby. He's like, no, as we change his diaper, he's like, no. You're a baby. You're a baby person. That's what you are. And if you say you're not that, I'm going to throw rocks at you and stone you to death. He's like, okay. What is the goal for the Marith profile picture? That hasn't been, we'll discuss that at a little later date when I'm desperate. But we're not now. Actually, we are, but for different reasons. Let's see. So, Chapter 1, Sonic High School. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7, it said, and Sonic screamed, I am late for school! I don't know how Sonic speaks. I have to go.
I gotta mute Kibs.
Shut the fuck up, Fairman. I have to get to school now, said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room because he is fast. Okay, no time for breakfast, said Sonic as he ran past Sonic's mom. You will regret this, said Sonic's mom, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons and oven mitts on her hands. Sonic did not care. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop, where people were getting on the bus. Tails, Knuckles, wait for me, said Sonic as he ran towards the bus. Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic, said Tails. I thought it was going to be Knuckles. I fucked up. Oh, no, at the bus stop. He is late, said Knuckles. God damn it, I thought it would be Tails. This is the sad reality. This is why you proofread before you read. Before getting on the bus, Sonic ran so fast to the bus, and he got on the bus after Tails. Oh god, this hurts to read. Just in time, said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid Shuffle for the first time. Sonic sat down next to Tails, and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats. I'm so bad, said Knuckles, laughing. He sat where two people could sit. What the fuck? Hold on. What the... Okay, you know what? Calm down. we're not grammar correcting this. Just roll with the punches. Knuckles did this every day, and no one bothered him. But they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. The bus started and drove at the school and parked, and they got out. "We're at school now," said Tails. "It's time to go to class." Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day. English class. Okay. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much. That was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. "It is journal day," said Sonic's English teacher, Miss Lesson. Miss Lesson was tall and white and had gray hair, and she was not pretty. "Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries to the class." Sonic took out his blue journal and ran to the front quickly and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk, all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first. Everyone else did it afterwards and slower. Miss Lesson grabbed the journal from the pile, and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written in it so many times. It was crazy. Miss Lesson opened to a totally random page, and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read, "Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem I have, a problem with my balls. They are itchy and it is difficult to sit still with them because they are so itchy. I have to back up against stucco surfaces and rub up and down on them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my balls sweat and smell like the breath of a thoroughbred." And I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. "I hope my doctor calls Love Sonic." "Oh no, stop reading," said Sonic. But he reacted too late, because it was already read. All of it. Everyone in the class laughed at Sonic. Sonic felt like an idiot, asshole, because now everyone knows all about his ball problems. Sonic felt his rage built up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. "Stop laughing at me. Don't tell anyone," shouted Sonic, but everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him, and Sonic was just so embarrassed, and mad, and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast. Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" and cursed words too.
Gonna pull a gun.
"What is the problem?" said Tails. "Are you mad?" said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded. You should tell everyone that it's okay to have problems with your balls." And that they probably have problems they do not want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing at me. What? Oh, Sonic thought Tails was right because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, "Sonic, what's this I heard about you having problems with your penis and balls?" Sonic was so mad, so he punched Knuckles and ran away quick. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It is now second period, so it was okay. And that class was history class. Sonic did not care about history class. "Hey, Amy," said Sonic, "check me out." And Sonic did a dance move. "Wow, cool. Let's kiss," said Amy. And Sonic and Amy kissed right there in the class. And some of the other people in class watched, but the teacher wasn't there yet, so they didn't get in trouble. And who is going to tell Sonic that he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Amy kissed Sonic. This hurts to read. So hard that he was thinking, "Let's have sex," but he didn't say it because the teacher would show up. by the time they started to have sex in history class. Sonic kissed back really hard, and it was sexy to everyone. Okay.
It's good. It's okay. You can read with it. We all know he can read. It's okay.
The teacher arrived and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Amy and Rouge talked, and they looked at Sonic sometimes and laughed, and Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not. Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay
I
ball.
think it's rogue, but
It's spelled Rouge, okay? Gay ball problems, and Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, but she thought it was the funniest thing ever. Class ended, and Sonic went to Amy and did not stop on the way. Hey, Amy, why do you go telling Raug about how hard we kiss? Smiley face, said Sonic with a smile on his face. That meant that he did not care that Amy did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler. Actually, Raug was telling me about the problems with your balls, penis, and butthole. What? That everyone found out about in your English class. Wow, was Sonic surprised? He did not know what to say. I don't know what to say either. The rest of the day for Sonic was awful. So bad, it was that Sonic went home and went right to the bathroom and took a big poop. It was a mad poop. Because it went out so fast. What? It shooted out of his butthole so fast that it was like a gun shooting. Who wrote this? His poop stunk so much that even the neighbors could smell it. And they all had a meeting at night about what to do about it. And they decided they would just put... They put fans on outside, and it
Alright, Kibs, you're intelligible.
And if it really started to smell again, they were...
Kibs,
What?
deep breath. Deep
What?
breath. Come on, Kibs.
What the
Deep
fuck?
breath.
Who wrote this? What the... So Sonic...
14-year-old.
So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted into his... He shouted his bill. I ate everything. Sonic shouted loud, and he heard a knock at the door. What is wrong, Sonic? Asked Sonic's mom. Nothing, said Sonic. Why did it say that twice there? Chat, I'm reading this correctly. It's just, that's how it's written. Okay, just keep it down because I'm trying to watch the TV. Okay, said Sonic's mom to Sonic and left without saying anything else. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out to the window and saw Tails flying. There was with his flying Tails. Sonic, are you okay? Asked Tails. I was worried about you. Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart and didn't care that Sonic left his horns around his room so he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. Please be happy, said Tails. Are you there? Sonic went to the window and opened... Oh my god. And opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on the bed because Sonic is so strong. This day was the worst, said Sonic. Everyone thinks I am a gay loser. All because I gave them my journal. Sonic cried a little, and Tails put his hands on Sonic's face to catch his tears. Tears can stain a carpet. Okay. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I am always here for you. The prom is tonight also. Wow, I forgot, said Sonic. Sonic ran to his closet fast and pulled out his prom uniform. It's a tuxedo, and put it on faster. Is our limo here yet, Tails? said Sonic while looking at Tails. Yes, said Tails, right back. Okay, let's go. And Sonic went outside with Tails, who was also in prom clothing, and they went outside and got into the limo. The limo is broken, said the limo driver, who looked like a person but darker colored. Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the limo driver if they could fix it. Nope, the limo is broken eternally, said the limo driver. So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. Oh my god, this hurts to read. This place is scary, said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull, and everything looked like it was dead. Sonic looked at Tails. Yeah, it is, said Sonic. Why would they put the prom on this island, said Tails. I don't see anyone else from the school here, Tails said. Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails walked forward, and there was a haunted house. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house, and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost, and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Sonic and Tails, now you are both here and fallen right into my trap, said the man laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature gay. It was Eggman. Eggman, why you're here? Asked Sonic and shouted at Eggman. Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds? Sonic shook his fist at Eggman, and Tails ran at him. But what an idiot he was, because a cage fell down from top of the sky and trapped Tails. You are doomed now, said Eggman. Welcome to a graveyard of you. Sonic was shocked, but did not run forward, because he did not want to get caught too. But what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know. So he went to the side into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It was still scary, though. Yes, still spooky. Sonic said, I need to find a way out and to save Tails. And he walked into a door that was on the next wall. Next thing, said Sonic, and he came out of the room and into the same room. Okay, he was in. This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place, said Sonic, thinking of famous saying he saw once on wall of a Walgreens where it was written. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic. I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again because I am going to do sex to her tonight. No, this cannot be real, said Sonic. Sonic knew that he had to do something, but what? Next page. Sonic ran the fastest right to Dr. Eggman, right through his traps, and jumped at the floating platform that Eggman was standing on. I'm coming for you, said Sonic, as he jumped up right to the platform and got so close but fell because it was too high to reach even for Sonic. Sonic said, damn, and ran upstairs the staircase that was in the middle of the big room that were under Eggman. Sonic ran to the top, and at the top he jumped again from a higher spot, and this time reached the platform because it was easier to get to it. Now you are mine, shouted Sonic right to Eggman in his ear. I am not going to fall this easily, said Eggman, who then grabbed the crystal remote control out of his pocket and pressed a button on it that made a dome of lasers around Eggman. Get out of here, yelled Eggman. I am Eggman. I will have my way with the treasures of this island, said Eggman. Eggman flew up higher on his platform, and Sonic had already fell from the lasers that were on the floating platform, so Sonic didn't get to go to Eggman, disappeared into a purple-black portal at the top of the ceiling, and Sonic was left at the bottom of the room in the middle of the stairs. Ooh, that was a painful paragraph. Amy still has to be here somewhere. I need to get Tails out of that lock cage, said Sonic, thinking about what he should do next. Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down the hallway. At the top of the stairs on the second floor, Sonic picked a door and ran into the door. Okay. The room Sonic ran into had a big picture of an old man on it, and he looked just so old. It was like seeing a skeleton right there. Sonic said, this man probably died ages ago and left his money from being a real don't correct the word, Kibs. Just read it as real estate to his sons. Oh, that hurt. Real estate to his sons. Build this place. Okay. Sonic thought this was not the right room to be in, so he left it and went into next room. I'm actually starting to become retarded like the text is. This was the right room to be in. Sonic knew immediately. There was a big red bed, and Amy was tied with rope around her feet and hands. There was another rope around her head with a lock in her mouth, so she couldn't open it or say anything at all. Sonic ran to the bed without doing anything before doing that and untied Amy with his sonic speed. I am so glad you are here, said Amy. This prom is not turning out like I hoped it would when I bought this dress. Amy was wearing a pretty red dress that was like what she normally wears, but longer. And there were 2 flowers on it. Skimming ahead, making sure nothing weird happens here. You never know. Amy's dress also made her boobs look bigger. Sonic noticed. Sonic thought for just a moment that this was the perfect moment to get her to sex to him. But he did not do it because Tails still needed help. Where is the key to open Tails' cage? Said Sonic to Amy. We need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out of the cage. Out the cage. I instinctively want to fix how this is worded, but like you just gotta roll with it. I saw Eggman putting a key in a safe behind the picture in the room you were just in, said Amy. So let's go get it, Amy said, and Sonic ran to the next room, and Sonic got there first. He is the faster one in the relationship. Sonic punched his big, strong hand right through the painting like a bodybuilder and found the safe behind the painting. This safe needs a password, said Sonic. What could it be? Sonic thought long and hard about everything he knew about Dr. Eggman. Sonic knew Eggman was a gay asshole who always ruined Sonic's plans to be the hero. And now he ruined Sonic's prom. Sonic tapped on his brain and thought harder. Maybe the password is his name, said Amy. It was not, and Sonic knew it before Sonic put it into the safe lock. I love her for her body, thoughts. What the fuck? I love her for her body, thought Sonic. Sonic thought harder and had an idea. What if the password is SOH? Wait. It's, what is that? It's Chaos Emerald backwards. But the worst part is, it's the first word's Chaos and the second word's Emerald. So it'd be Chaos Emerald if you read it right way, but the whole word's just spelled backward. So it's Emerald Chaos. Oh my god, it's Chaos Emerald. That hurts my brain. Finally shouted Sonic at Amy next to him. Amy, who was there, said, what does that mean? Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused. It is Chaos Emeralds. Backwards, what he really wants, but messed up so we would not guess it. Screamed Sonic, so happy. Sonic typed the password into the safe. And would you know it, it popped open, and there was a big key, so Sonic took it. Sonic ran down the stairs, and then Amy did, and Sonic opened Tails' cage. Tails got out. I am so glad to be safe again, thanks to you, Sonic. The day is saved. Tails was smiling bigger than a crocodile. having a silly dream, but Sonic was not. What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. We changed accents because I'm bored. I'm so glad to be safe once again. Thank you, Sonic. The day is saved. I already read that. My brain is like it's seizing up.
Now?
No, it isn't, said Sonic, so mad and sad. Eggman got away. A real punishment for what he did. Sonic shook his face at the sky, thinking about how Eggman slipped away, like a slippery balloon that Sonic let go of. Okay, we are all safe, said Amy. That is what really matters. Sonic figured that right then that Amy's superpower must be being nice because, like he knew before, it wasn't being smart. Which Tails was best and Sonic is also good at too. Sonic did not even think about how his day at school was bad anymore because his balls did not really have even itch anymore. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed, and they went home ready for the next day of high school. I have a feeling this was not written by somebody in high school.
It could have been written by a fucking retard. I mean, have you seen Sonic fans?
The fuck is going on now? Well, this is too long, is what I've decided. I will do this next page, and I think I'll have to be like, no more. 50 per page. That's 4 pages, because $200. It's just so long. I need a drink. Do you know how many pages this is? Rusty Road donates $10 to say, I don't know what's more impressive, your surprising enthusiasm or lack of alcohol while doing this. Hashtag PC. I am so just not ready for this. It's kind of great. Like, I don't know what to say. David Morrison donates $5 to say, Arch reads amazing poetry. Kibs reads Sonic amazing Sonic fan fiction. Seems appropriate. Hashtag suck, but one of ours is more interesting than the other. You're welcome. Chapter 4, Sonic High School. Sonic did like in the first chapter and went to the oh my god, did we just break the fourth wall right there? To school again. Now it's lunchtime and Sonic was in lunchroom. Sonic was telling all of the people at his table who were Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, and Charmy B about what did happen yesterday. But Tails already knew, so he was nodding his head like a good friend. Obedient slave, as it were. You should have seen it, said Sonic. I was in the haunted house, and I shot Eggman, but I let him get away right before I could have killed him. Sonic laughed, and Tails laughed at the same time. Knuckles said, you should stop going on these cool adventures because high school is more important, said Knuckles, and Sonic knew he was right because it's called Sonic High School. And it should be more about the high school part. So Sonic asked them all what they're up to. Well, I am entering a science competition, said Tails. To win the science competition, I have to come up with the best invention, and my invention is the invisibility hat. It makes you invisible, but I can't do it right now because I have to make sure it works perfect for the science competition. Tails was so smart that Sonic knew he would win the science competition because Tails is like intestines. Okay. And no, wait, this is a Nestin. Oh my god, I see what it's supposed to be. It's Inestin, though. Inestin. Nerd, shout, Knuckles, right into Tails' ear. What a bad guy. I am just hanging out and not going to class because I want to cause trouble, said Knuckles. Knuckles was so bad that he would cause trouble. Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck.
That you should keep going to school and now calling people nerds for trying to do good at school.
Yes, that is exactly what's happening. Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck. Shadow was next, and he was better than Knuckles, but in a different way. I'm not going to be around much longer, said Knuckles. He always did, at the end of what he was saying, because it was mysterious. Where are you going? Said Tails. No, asked Tails. Tails would have asked that question. Oh my god, I'd smack my keyboard in anger. All right, so let's see. I'm going to kill my... I'm going to kill my parents, said Shadow. Say, this is how Shadow is worse than Knuckles. He did serious bad things. At least at the end of the day, Knuckles could sleep. Shadow was too dark for that. I am going to try out for the football team, said Espio. Espio was athletic like Sonic, but not as fast. But he had a horn on his nose, which was good for attacking people in front of him. So Sonic thought he would be good at football. I am going to try out for the play, said Charmy Bee. Charmy Bee was loud and singing always. You're an annoying fag, so you should do great, said Knuckles. Do not hurt my feelings, said Charmy. Charmy was so used to being hectored, so he was able to remove himself from his potent fury. Did you see Rouge just now, said Espio. She's looking so hot in her tiny bra. Espio obviously wanted to kiss her deep. Okay. You should ask her out, said Sonic. But the prom was yesterday, said Espio. Well, that is okay. You can date any time, said Sonic. Oh, said Espio. Well, then I'm gonna kiss and sex her tonight. Espio was like a little boy looking at his mom's boob for the first time. What? Sonic and Tails together were both looking at each other, and they wanted to help Espio. We're going to help you get a date, said Sonic and Tails at the same time simultaneously. And we're going to do it right now, said Sonic and Tails. Sonic and Tails got up and both grabbed one of Espio's arms and dragged him across the room. Sonic did most of the dragging because he is stronger, and put him right at Rouge. What is this about? Said Rouge with a questioning sound. She blinked her eyelids quickly, like a race car. What do you want? Why are you here? Espio looked her right into her eyes with a passion like 100 barking dogs and said, Rouge, will you go out with me? Espio was sweating, and there were drops of sweat dropping off his hands in front of her. My brain cell is dying. My brain cells are dying. I don't know, said Rouge, and looked at Espio. Rouge gave him a sexy look and made Espio feel in love. Please do it, said Sonic and Tails together at the same time. Okay, we can go on a date, said Rouge. Sonic and Tails and Espio were stoked and high-fived right there. But by the time this night ended, one of them would have done their first sex. Now there's the hard part, said Espio. How do I put sex in her without getting in trouble? Sonic and Tails looked at each other and thought, uh-oh, and Espio walked out while holding Rouge's boobies because they are now boyfriend and girlfriend, and it is allowed to do it. Why?
That's the question.
Oh no. Konoha Jeremy donates 200,000, whatever the heck that is, D's, say for the PC fund.
Thanks.
And it's about $9 in case you wonder. Listen, it looks snazzy. 200,000 D's. D's nuts. Thank you for the donation. All right, chat, are you ready for the next page? Chapter 5. It was the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all the way home from school. We are on the bus now, said Tails. No more classes. Tails was happy, but sad because he is smart. Sonic and Tails sat down together, and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do, but sometimes did when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like Espio and Rouge were not on the bus because they were busy getting ready to go sex tonight. Now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid across the aisle, even more stretched out than when he just sat across the seat, because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. How can we help Espio? Said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, I don't know, and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads all the way home, and then they all got out at the bus stop that they normally got in the bus at, just like always. Sonic ran out of the bus, and then Tails, and then Knuckles in order. Time to go home, said Tails. We are almost there, and they walked the rest of the way home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families. So they did not live together. And Sonic's mom made a dinner. So this hurts. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it. And at the end, there was a fortune cookie, and Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part and kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. Goddamn, he just... The things that don't need words get words. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's... What?
Penis.
That is what it says. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis, said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and he knew it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight. When Espio and Rouge went to sex, the phone rang, and Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said hello into it. It was Tails. I have an idea, said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. I can give Espio my invisibility hat, that for the science competition, and he can use it to do sex for Rouge. Sonic smiled, and so wide, like the King of Fire finding out he burned down New York City with only his fire powers. What? Okay. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not too easy to walk to, normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too. Seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. Excuse me. They knocked on the house, and Espio came out of the door. Here's my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in. Oh god, they're so stupid. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear when you are wearing the hat, or when someone who is wearing the hat wants you to also be impossible to see and hear. Impossible to hear, screamed Tails, whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady, whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. What the fuck? Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud she could... Why are we still on this subject? Would still say... What did Tails... Wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't gonna use them. For fuck's sake. That has nothing to do with anything. Like, oh god, Espio grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hand and said, cool, thanks. And kept going, so Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought that it would be good that Espio would get sex into Rouge. So then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots. Even better, because otherwise he would have to read about it online. All he knew about was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing, and Sonic would just read about it online before talking about it anyway, and he would know the right words for the things then. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up in Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy, who was doing the same thing at her home, and said, "Hey, Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. Then finally, Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way." Sonic was so shocked. His brain must have felt like a total idiot. Oh, this is retarded. Do the sex without getting in troubles. Pretty much. All right, Ulrich Magi, you want more? You're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay. That's 5 chapters. You know how many chapters are in this? 25. 20. They're not really chapters. They're more like a page or so, or a couple pages. Who wrote this? I have no idea. All I know is it's terrible. This is going to take hours. Yeah, basically. Kibs, I know this. Kibs, that's why I picked it. Well, do you want more of it read or not, boy? Chat, it's up to you. You can decide. The path to glory starts at the base of your friend's penis. That's so retarded, I have no words for it. Like, I don't even know what you're supposed to say. And yes, Shadow Warrior, this isn't Galactic Civilization. I took a break to, like, go grab a drink and do some supers, and then, like, this happened. I got paid to read a fanfic, and it's terrible. I want to know who hurt them. Chatfish, tonight we clap over Magi's cheeks. No, it says Draconis. Let's put a limit on this shit, says Grammar Drop. So you're on 250 right now. I feel like I should charge more. Maybe we should limit this to like once a day, okay? Like, this is just way too long. Tell you what, that's how we'll do it over at Magi. You can donate for more, but we'll read it at a different date. Because that is just too much retarded. A page per day. It is taxing. Not because reading is hard, but because of what it says. Reading that is hard. Daily Sonic Bell, this reading took over 30 minutes. I couldn't stop fucking laughing at that one part. Semper Tantrum 25 to say, this reading should be a hidden Easter egg in Legend of Terrestria. Hashtag Sock. No. Hashtag Sock Fun. Kids, maybe you should make chat pay you not to read it. I should. Be like, chat, how much not to read it a day? Every $100 delays it by a day. Just like, no. Your collective money will save you. A day of chatfish. Chatfish.
Day is a day, is a day, is a day, but only between days.
Over at Magic, I donate $150. I'll pre-order 6 more pages, please. Chapters, please. Thank you. Just whenever you feel you've healed from the psychic damage. Oh, no, you don't. You slap another 50 on there. 6 chapters, you little whore. I just read 5 of those. Those were terrible. Or I'll just make sure it's only 3. I'm getting paid for this. I'm not getting gypped here. Thank you for your generous donations. Listen, we're at least getting the new PC. But it came at such a fucking retarded cost. My brain cells being the first thing to go. It was mildly funny. In the worst of ways, though.
This was mildly horrible.
We're exploding all the enemy alien Spashin ships.
That's nothing.
Oh, blown up stuff. Thank you for your donation. Overimaginated only because you asked so nicely and because you're hurting yourself for your art. Hashtag masterpiece theater with Kibs. That's the spirit. Thank you for your generous donations. Pleasure doing business with you. That's pretty bad, chat.
Can you say the word understatement?
I think that Fairbear should read it next.
Nah. I refuse to engage with any kind of Sonic fandom. Even ironically.
My god, I'm so impressed by how much money we've raised in a day. Over something completely fucking retarded and cursed. You're a great chat, but also, you're a cursed chat and you need to burn in hell. You need to burn in hell. Oh boy, we almost got them all, chat. We've almost got them all. Now we gotta double back and get that one infant that escaped. And yes, chat, we are going to hunt down an infant. Leave no survivors. Alright, we're sending these ships this way. It does seem we've sort of cleared out that area of space. Almost got them all. Let's see. Dastardly donated $3 like Kibs nose grew 3 sizes this day. Yeah. Rub my hands together. Greedy. Just a little bit. Hey, at least we're meeting our goals. Even if it comes at the cost of my organ failure, you know, it's like, oh. That's me, dead inside. What are these? Oh, these are survey ships. Well, Bucketfish, why didn't you say so? Welcome to the Circus of Value. How come Fairbear's not going to the Circus of Value, Fairbear?
Boss.
The Circus of Fairbear. Icos. Constructor. Yeah, right. We got lots of resources over here to start harvesting. All right. Remembertron $92 say, when do we get a literal bucketfish emote? Well, chat, how much was it? Hold on. I don't want to quote any prices. Let me just check to see how much to get like an emoji commission again. Let's just check DMs with that artist. Where did they do those emotes? Okay, about $140. But that would be a big order, like a bulk order. So that would be... Hold on a sec, covering my screen, because I have some exposing art in my downloads. That would expose too much lore for your little bucketfish. Actually, you know what's interesting? I'll show you something interesting. This is a bit of a bonus. You get to see something ancient. Because I think you'll find that cool. Because you guys have been so generous. This is history, by the way. This is ancient studio art. Fairbear would remember it because he's a simple German. He's like, oh, Germany. Because he's retarded. Makes little retarded German sounds. Where did all these little emoji folders go? There they are. Alright, so I'll show you. So this is the reason why it'd be about 140. 140 would be basically for pretty much just a huge bulk order commission. We could basically duplicate it. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's about 16 emojis. So we can queue up some requests. But that's how much it would take. And that'd be it with no profits for me. This is an ancient picture of Celeste, by the way. Ancient, oh. There you go. Now you have a little bit of Battle Damage Studios history. Look at that. Celeste gets to be a worthless plant. Alright, what do we have over here, Bucketfish? Alright, what does it need to be? Build a mining star base. So it has to be a mining star base. Need dabbing, Chatfish? Beavers. It is so ancient. She looks kind of retarded, says Protector. That's funny. Yeah, she had very bulky clothes back then. We reworked the culture she's from like several dozen times, though. Took a while to tweak. We are being attacked by the Altarians. Sounds like not my problem. If we look at the tech navigator, like how much text do we have? We have a lot. Kill bots. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of text in this game. What annoys me though is I play Galactic Civ 2 to test something. You can't scroll in and out of the tech navigator, and the tech navigator also doesn't show like different text under different sectors. So this will only show military. And you can't scroll in and out. And the other one you could actually scroll all the way in and out, which I wish you could do. Oh boy, there's these little tiny ships everywhere. And they gotta be murdered one by fucking one. right. All right. My name Kibby McConnell. Hey.
Give you McConaughey.
We almost have them all, Fairbear. And soon there will be none left to defy us. Oh my god, chat. I think we're almost fucking there. Holy shit. There's more stuff over there. No, not what I wanted to see, Bear. Let's see. Grammatron, let's say. Oh, I read that. Thank you for the donation. Davish chonkers, but not bulky. How they. Wait, they got rid of the zoom? Yeah, there's no zoom for the tech tree. I'm not sure if that's just because it's not there or what. Just a bit of a space genocide to get their blood pumping, says B. Lutvis. Thank you for your generous donation, you little bucket fish. Oh, no problemo here, Mr. Kib. It's just me, Jimmy. Fucking Jimmy. Hodney, the overachiever, the governor of Semper Tantrum, has discovered a cache of precursor technology. Unfortunately, rather than share it, they've used it to negotiate a high-ranking position in the corporate sector. Because of this act of treason, we have lost Semper Tantrum and this hidden cache. Well, Semper Tantrum, that is a thing we just cannot abide, boy.
Kill him. Kill him.
It's going to leave us to war with the corporate sector, but we're going to have to talk to the corporate sector. Corporate sector is doing what we call the big fucking cringe. Which one of you little fuckers? They're enemies with the navigators. I have a trade proposal for you. First things first is, where's my planet? Give me my fucking planet back. Alright, well, I don't see a way to directly ask for my planet back, so, we'll have to figure out something else. They gotta add things like event diplomacy, where you can like be like, no you don't. If you do that, we'll go to war, because I will. And I will crush them.
Gunboat diplomacy, yeah.
Freya says, hey, YouTube gave me a pop-up saying I can delete chat to build a safe community. What the fuck? Chatfish like, nah! They're all fried. En masse. Get a record 100 say, what, I come back and you have not died of cringe? What the fuck, Kib? Hashtag all funds. Thank you for your generous donation. Kibble should be space castrated. Shut up, Buckamus. Buckamus's feelings are... Buckamus hates getting told to shut up. Just a little tear, single tear down his cheek. You know, he's very sad about this. It's like, this hurts my feelings, Kib. Just want you to know that I don't appreciate this. But so serious, so sad. Hot damn. One day, chat, you'll know Celeste lore, and you'll be like, Celeste is the most amazing character ever. Oh my god, she's like Jar Jar Binks. So like, oh my god, Kib. I cannot wait. I cannot. Chat, guess Celeste's backstory. Why don't you? Just do something interesting. Like, Rhea Inez was easy. Actually, wait, no, I don't even know if you can guess that one correctly. I bet you'll fuck that up too. You know, I can probably get the worlds to rebel via population. Because that's going to happen here. She blew up Malaysia. Fair enough. She was Sonic's girlfriend. BBT, dumpster. He's like, no. Dum, dum, dum. San Francisco $20 say, save me now, Kib. Hashtag sock fund. What's wrong? Oh, I can't save you. You're occupied by a traitor governor. We'll have to win you back in time. Oh god, what did that do to my borders? Ugh. That's gonna cringe. Alright, that's it. That is war. You don't just take one of my planets, you son of a bitch. We need a transport. All right, let's see. What do you build over your manufacturing times 7? Hell yeah, brother. All right, that's it. We're going to the diplomacy tab. Now, we're going to go through everyone and see if anyone has any text to offer me. Nope. You do not. You're kind of worthless to me. Worm a man. They're not willing to offer me their drone soldiers. Already traded with them recently. The Archeans. They don't want to give me those techs because they're cowards. Tree people don't like me. Now, the you little fuckers. I don't think there's a way for them to give me their planets. I don't think you can trade planets. Weird. Because I can't threaten... I'm gonna have to take my planet back. That's weird and stupid. The Archeans must be declared war upon. I've decided that war starts with them now. Because they're going to try to get a foothold in my sector, and I can't allow that. Like, all our ships just spawn together, like, hey, how you doing? We're stacking like a pancake attack. Ah. Ulrich Magic joins Sala said, Kibs, I want to say your reading of Sonic High School was the best medicine I had all year. I look forward to your next reading, and I only hope it's on a day I don't work. Hashtag gay ball problems. Well, you'll have to tell me when you're here one of these days. Literally tomorrow if you're on. Because as long as it's only like once a day, it's not the worst thing ever, because then we'll get through it, but it's fucking cringe. Okay, we must focus down their ships. We lost all of our ships, but we took out one. This is also I want to crush them fairly quickly. Can't let them get a foothold in the sector. Focus on the Archean ships first. There we go. Over Magistrate's say, surprisingly, I'm off tomorrow, Aerith snuggles. But sadly, I can only do this once or twice a month. You can thank the US government for funding this masterpiece theater reading. Hashtag the government puts chemicals in your water. Well, thank you for your donation. And it's basically like you just giving me my money back that they take from me every year. She's like, yeah, here's part of it back. I was like, thanks. Thanks. You thief. Thank you for your generous donation. Hashtag refund. Hashtag refund. Alright, Bucketfish. It appears we're hashtag winning and shit.
Jesus.
What's wrong, little Fairfrow?
Red cheek.
Yep, I think the surprise attack on the Archeans are gonna fucking scare the piss out of them. Because the thing is, we've wiped out quite a few of their ships already. They're not actually talking with me. Yeah, but you're also the next biggest threat, so I need to put you down. Or definitely hamper them trying to get a foothold in my sphere. Now we're going to hold these ships in Sentry, but we're going to siege that planet back from the corporate sector. ASAP. Alright, where's this colony ship going? You're going there to Torcular, whatever the fick. What do you think of that, Bucketfish? You think we're doing good? What are the Torians again? Ah, yeah, the Torians. There's my little cable for charging me headphones.
How big is the map in this game in general?
Ah, look, we've encountered another one of the species. These are the guys that made the ore, if I remember right. We have learned in the dark years of our exile that things with large eyes cannot be trusted. Fair enough. Were those eyes as cute as ours? As cute as ours. Open up trade, planetary outposts, and colonial capital refit. In exchange, we will offer them defensive studies, improved missile targeting, and oceanic worlds in exchange for 350 credits. And see if we can persuade that to go a little bit higher. Then 80 will do. Wait, did I? Back, I didn't do the trade. I derped out. Now give me all your money. We've encountered another one of the species. The Ico shipyard cannot construct anything like that. Sadly. How much for Fairman to read all of the Sonic Erotica sections in German? Faber's like,
Already told you.
Faber's like, Faber will do it for a price. Look at Faber, excited, wiggling and wriggling.
Already told people my price.
What's your price, Faber?
I'm not gonna do Sonic.
That's not a price, Fairman.
All right, a new computer.
Fairman's like, I want one too.
I mean, I just want my upgraded mine. Yeah.
We all want things, Fairman.
Yeah.
Some of us have to suck a little bit of cock to get it.
Well,
Fairman's
then I
like,
think
oh my
since
god.
since you asked,
Oh my-
since you asked.
Just moving my ships. Don't mind Kib. And order all these ships to amass over there. On that jump node. And then we're gonna go through and we're gonna just blow up everything they have. Then we're just gonna make them peace out and be mad at us for making them a sad third world country. Oh, favorite.
It was you that made that noise, but
Fairbear, don't lie to me, Fairbear.
sounds like someone's very jealous.
I think Fairbear's a little German boy. So what do you think of that? German boy. See, it's just saying German boy is such a spicy thing to do. Like Fairman can't like come back from that. Like German boy, and then what? He's like, I don't know, Bavarian boy. Like it's over. Like he's dead. We killed him. We must continue to conquer more enemy boys. Boys. Ministry of Hell Tech. Woo! Energy shields. Even more power to the shields. Barrier fields. Advanced barrier fields. Yeah, we're gonna focus on military tech for a bit. Look at that. We've sweeped that whole... I think this whole area here is clear finally. Oh, thank God, Fairman. Oh, thanks, sweet baby Jesus. Oh my God. Just keep getting more beetle reports. No more. No, don't care anymore. No, I just want to click on that fleet. I can't. No. Wait for right click on it. Fuck. I am just a chaotic, neither good nor evil, but especially not neutral. Filthy neutrals.
Blech.
Friend can have another colony ship. All I will say is that they should not have occupied my world. I need those transports for those invasions. There you are. It's gonna take you several dozen turns, but you'll get there. In time. Actually, you're closer. MBS Constructor. What do we have here? Another one, another shipperoo, a freighter. My God, freighter.
A freight or
Set them to stand sentry there. Have these warships head far up there. This planet will be named Sonic Fan. This planet will be named Emu. No, wait. What's the word?
Roush.
No.
Walkwet.
Let's sex Fairman.
Well, Kibs, fine. Glad you're finally admitting to this.
Let's sex Fairman suffers from heavy thunderstorm activity. This is affecting an ancient ruin, revealing it to be a powerful alien artifact capable of drawing and channeling the tremendous energy. Sometimes this energy is channeled into the bodies of anyone standing nearby, because they get sexed by Fairman, of course, with predictably messy consequences. Fairman! Studying these ruins could prove incredibly valuable, although also dangerous to anyone who has to do it. What are your orders? My God. Pull the technology out, no matter how many lives it costs, Fairbear.
Good, I guess.
Oh, Baruch Magic donates $3 say, serious question. I am trying to determine a medium for a story. I'm stuck between light novels and visual novels. Which do you suppose has better reach of an audience? VNs require the typical production like a game. Light novels just needs an editor. Probably a light novel, because it won't require art assets, and it'll be fairly cheap to develop by
You
comparison.
need less art assets, and it's also just visual novels. I don't know.
Visual novels
They
also
have
have a very
connotation.
negative connotation. They have a pretty negative connotation these days.
But a lot of them are just not good.
Yep. You
I mean,
missed.
they are easier to write.
That's true. Fair Frau, you will pay for your many sins. He's like, but I'm just a simple fair Frau. Well, simple fair Frau. Simple pimple. A simple pimple Frau. They shall not be allowed into our galaxy yet. Is that it? So there's no more? Only one antimatter by that singularity? Normally there's more. Very strange. We'll put it over here when we construct it. Over Magic doing $2.50 at Kibs. Please be happy. Are you there? What? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I just answered you, over Magi, you little muppet. Thank you for the donation.
Muppet.
What are you talking about, boy? And thank you for the donation.
Calling people Muppet is inherently funny to me.
VNs can offer you some stuff, but I think you're going to turn more people away because I myself am biased towards them because I find visual novels to be just kind of awful and terrible. To be basically the equivalent of garbage.
As you should.
Oh my god, Faber, I think we almost got them all. Holy shit. All the P-Rat vassals over there are dead. We mustn't allow them to escape. I must say, the Archeans or whatever the fuck will be dead before long, Bucketfish. And then when they're all dead, there'll be nothing left of them. Raider Fairbear. Oh my god, Fairbear. Oh my god, holy shit, Fairbear. Holy shit, Fairbear.
Huh?
What are you doing, German boy? Wow. It's out of fleet's range. Damn it, Fairbear. Now that was a bit of a bloody battle, actually. Alright, now I can construct a mining star base here. That shit probably not gonna win. Nope. But hey, we halved it. They need to do more diplomacy stuff, like when you start beating the crap out of the enemy, you can make demands of them, concessions. That'd be lovely. Fairbear's just a dead German.
Lined up pretty much, yeah.
Stupid Germans chant like gross.
Oh good god.
No, murdered it. Look at those little fuckers run, chat. Run, boy, run. We're coming to fuck you. Reap.
Kinky.
Okay, nothing else seems to be over here, which is good. The Cradle of Fen, more colony ships. More colony ships. Denborough should be building more warships. More warships! Alright, where's my little birch?
Alright, I think I gotta do the thing I told you I gotta do. Well, I think you may need to lay down because this here food lays quite heavy. So, I'm gonna take my leave. Kibs,
Yep, goodbye, Fairbear.
don't kill anything that's fluffier than you.
Goodbye, German.
Bye, Jet.
It is time for us to schedule the next stream, chat. We're going to roll into Enlisted. A glorious thing, a glorious day. Let's see. Boop. Boop. And then we type in the numbers. There's Barch. Look at him. He's late, chat. Can you believe that? Beat him now, chat. Like, okay.
PewDiePie noises. Insistent PewDiePie noises.
I can't believe he's this late. Like, he normally's on time, punctual. Normally even early.
Don't make me pew you.
He clearly
I
is
swear to
doing
God, I'll do it.
fascism while we're not looking. Alright, chat. Time to save, finally. So far, so good. We've started the next big war.
No,
Fish
Kyle, you have
versus-
failed me.
How did I failed you?
Because you were supposed to win Terra Invicta, and you didn't. And now you're here, and it's space, and it's the same game, basically. So you fucked up.
The same game, basically. I think the game's a little different.
I don't know. I'm sure there's humanity first out there somewhere in the galaxy.
I think there is. You can also make your own custom humanity by changing their traits and values, which is always a fun thing to do in GalCiv. That was one thing I liked.
Racism slider.
Yeah. Right
Good.
now, I'm playing as fluffy people that are beloved by all. And when they see us, like, oh my god, you're so adorable. And they start conquering them. I'm like, yeah. Get a huge reputation bonus and trade bonuses because they like me. And then I just conquer them with their technology. It's kind of great. It's like being a lying little conniving shit. Alright, so that wraps up that. Hold on, what the fuck? Oh, for a second there, I thought the shit game spawned like a fuck ton of randoms. All right, that's it for that. Now we just got to schedule that stream. Order this stream to go into the next stream. Holzner donates $5 to say, hi, Barch. The Archcast was great, and it delivered the best news I've gotten this year. Granted, it is still early. That, to elaborate further, because he was telling me about it earlier, was Sargon's announcement about reviving a campaign. Specifically, was his excitement.
We're currently looking for a pro-fascist board game we can play.
Well, there you go, chat. Wow, oh my god, holy shit.
Only semi-ironically. It's
Only
like we,
semi-ironically? He's like, partially for real, though.
we've already kind of been like, yeah, we're not going to play D&D because, you know, open gaming license, all that bullshit, non-big... we can't have any bigger content in our video games. Also, sign this incredibly abusive contract, please. Like, fuck Wizards of the Coast.
You don't like wokeism? No, get out of here. It's like, oh.
But, like, Paizo isn't all that much better either, so, there's that.
Yep, it just is what it is, unfortunately. I guess I'll have to stay tuned for Barch to tell us more in the future, little bucketfish. We'll be back with Unlisted in just a few minutes, chat, so see you in a few. Thank you for your generous donations towards the PC fund. Goodbye, chatfish.